I've been on a roll. I've been on a roll since the beginning of the year, coming on time. I hope to meet some new subscribers today. Hope to meet some new people. And of course, I hope my same good old gang is here, stopping by. Mustache looks unevenly cut when I come online on the camera. Ever notice that, guys? You shave your mustache when you come online, it's not even, but when you're off the camera, it's even. Anyway, maybe the camera's showing lies. Hey, oh, I need a coffee. Need a coffee while people come in. I got time. I got time. Swanee River. Hey, oh, now there's thousands of people here. Awesome. Jen, how's it going? Peter, eyes wide open 3045. JB Rance from Boston. Thanks, Jen. Yep. Coffee. Hello to everyone coming in. Janine, comment ça va? Hello, Moonman. Well, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much, Miss Janine Quenouille. J'espère que tu vas bien. Bien, Janine, merci d'être passé au stream. Our friend Peter Benton's finishing work, half an hour, 10 p.m. here listening on Bus Home. Thank you very much, sir, for listening in. I hope you're putting it on speakerphone with that speaker you brought that connects to your phone so that everyone in the train can listen to me at the same time, or the plane or train or bus. Thanks, Peter, for coming in. I see you're still getting the sun and the moon. I've not seen the moon very often, and even the sun only a few times. Lots of stuff going on the moon, and we have another lunar landing coming in 8 weeks, maybe less than 8 weeks. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. No, not NASA, but Japan. Where are they going? We'll be looking at that later on. They're going to Atlas Crater. That is near Mare Frigoris. Also not too far away from some of the structures and the many UFOs that I've been catching on the moon. Hopefully, I have to look up more about the spacecraft. I don't know if there's going to be a manned spacecraft. I don't think so. Apparently, it's been launched since December 11th, and it's a new type of spacecraft, I believe, that they're going to try to have land on the surface of the moon. So we have that to look forward to. A little bit exciting. It's always exciting leading up to when Artemis is going to send people on the moon. We're going to be, my sources are telling me that it's inevitable. The truth about the moon is big part is going to come out about it. Fingers crossed on that. Joe Mama, who cares? Yeah. Who cares? Joe Mama, be nice, because the mods here will block your ass. Backbone NF, how's it going? As a matter of fact, I'll just block it. That's a stupid thing to say. Who cares? You don't care, get the fuck out of here. Backbone NF. I watched a live streamer yesterday, 2 days ago. He was so mean to the people that were trolling him. Boy, he was mean. Turned around, he was being really nice, and all of a sudden turned around and said, fuck off. Block the people. Why waste time? If you don't care, you don't come here. In reality, everybody cares, especially with the last video. Surprisingly, they don't want to kill me, and nobody wants to see the videos. It's like I'm a ghost. So, hey, no problem. And it's only you guys and gals that are helping the channel. JB Rons, thanks again from Boston, that are helping the channel get out. As a lot of you are sharing the videos, coming to watch the videos, leaving comments. Thanks to those of you who subscribe. If you're not subscribed right now, but you're sitting here listening to me, if it's your first time and you find it interesting, maybe subscribe if you want to. It's free and it helps all creators. We're approaching 97,000. Every time I say that, usually they roll down, but it doesn't matter because no one's going to be able to stop us from having reached 100,000. And of course, that's not me. It has nothing to do with me if we're reaching 100,000. Who would not be happy about that milestone? And it's all because of you guys and gals. And I'm telling you, I really appreciate it. Hey, Jeannot Mars, merci beaucoup. De Val d'Or. My friends from Quebec, salut à toi, merci. Jeannot Mars, Mouse. Eyes wide open. Thanks again. 3045 in the house. Ghost. How is you, everyone? Yep, Peter's using his typing bus experience. We're doing good. We's doing good. Out to lunch. Coffee. Yes, everybody needs coffee. Hello, Margaret Leach. Yes, it's strange. Yes, let's get into it. Luis Daniel Elizondo. That's about all the report. I keep laughing about it. It's probably the only thing we found out in the report, that Luis's middle name was Daniel. But aside from that, there's a lot of people he's talking to. We learned a lot. The last time I was here with you all, I think we went through about, I'm surprised, I thought it was 5-10 pages. We went through about 28 pages. There's about 100 pages. And there's some pages that are completely redacted. Redacted means that lines are barred through it. We can hardly see any of the information that they're talking about. Luis Elizondo, I also, as those that don't know, he was on Russell Brand's show. So it's always interesting to hear when he's talking about certain things. And Karen Fitzpatrick, I want to thank you for the generous contribution on my event also. Thank you very much for being here. Hey, hit the like on the way. And I thank you very much. I have Leon Sykes. Thanks also for the generous contribution on my event. He has a problem. He can no longer get to the live streams. I have a lot of people not being able to come to the live streams. It's breaking my heart. It really, really sucks. Vivi, Christy, Wenis, thank you very much. Indonesia, hello. Sending love to Indonesia. I'm watching you guys rocking a bit too. There's a bit of earthquakes and turmoil and weather around the entire world. They're calling it, as I always say, in the Pacific, right there in the Pacific. They're actually calling it, the scientists, the Pacific Ring of Fire, because a lot of earthquakes and a lot of weather phenomena is happening there. So we talked about it many months ago, saying the core stopping, is it going to change the currents around Earth? Can we confirm that they are changing, whether it be because of the core or not? We have the polar vortex that broke up in the North Pole, sent cold air down to the USA, and not just cold air. Holy crap. You guys, it's Idaho or something, 6 or 7 tornadoes, lots of tornadoes. Once again, in Madagascar, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, they have the, not hurricane, but cyclone Freddy. 1,750,000, I think now 1,800,000 people without power and without probably homes now. So it's inevitable that at one point, all these cataclysmic events, apocalyptic events happening on the other side of the earth is going to cause a lot of migration. Okay. People are going to want to leave those areas to sort of come to higher ground. That's something that we're going to be seeing. Thanks again, hey, Karen. I appreciate that. I want to thank Norma C. I love you so much. Norma C, if you're listening, thanks for the generous contribution on my event, but thanks for the letter also that you sent me at home. I have an outside of town mailbox. So instead of waiting till the end of the month, I might go and see in about a week's time, maximum, maybe 5-6 days, to go down and see it in the mail, because I have a family member that picks up my mail and told me, Bruce, there's 2 people, I think, sent you something. So obviously they don't open the mail, but I will be going to see if ever anybody sent me something and is wondering if I received it. I promise always to let you all know when I get the things. Sorry, just had to say a special thank you to those of you doing the little extras, like you coming here, watching the streams and watching the videos. I hope the last video and the research is interesting, everybody. It's not interesting many more people than, aside from 70 to 100 people that come here, surprisingly. You know, I'd like to imagine that there's more people than that watching. Wouldn't be for Peter and Kelly and a couple of people, I wouldn't have anybody here, basically. Peter Benden says, I got my Suzanne. How's it going? Thanks, hey, Suzanne. Thanks for the comments also. Thanks for checking all the videos. You rock, guys. Got my buds in that Kelly got me for, I got my buds in that Kelly got me for Valentine's. Right on, Kelly. And I laughed seeing your video of the castle. I have one to go catch up on again. the Warwick Castle. I laughed when you were outside on the, I like to say, paper thin cement floor outside. Peter's in this like thick castle where all the blocks are like this, but he goes and looks outside on the floor where he's standing, and there's grills that you can see through, little holes, screens, and it looks like it's about that thick. So anyways, I got a good laugh. Those stairs, man, in those castles that you visit are incredible. They look like ladders, like literally downward ladders, you know. You can imagine people back in the days drinking the booze and trying to roam around the castle. Must have been an extremely dangerous thing to do. Catching up on your extra live streams. Thanks so much, Jen. Sorry for the extra live streams. Yeah. Yes, we have some great conversations. There's a lot of stuff going on in the news now that we can really, really talk about. Absolutely. Also loved your last video showing footage. Thank you very, very much. And again, I skipped over Margaret, but she says, yes, Luis E is quiet. He is very quiet. He knows too much, and they gagged him. That's exactly what they did. And thanks again, Vivi from Indonesia. That's exactly what they did. They there's also an investigation into the 3 UFO videos that were leaked and not let out. Excuse me. You have the Gimbal, you have the fast moving, there's the flir one, those 3 that they named, which by the way, the footage was really bad. I don't know if you saw them. It's bad. Well, probably about as bad as mine, because it's not always easy catching them. But you look at some of the pictures that even NASA's major telescopes took of the asteroids, is a bit of a blur, you know. Ever notice that, eh? Lots of blur when they're taking pictures out there, because there's an atmosphere. There's smokes, dust, hazes, and everything out there in space. Is most likely even oxygen out there in space. Who knows? Maybe we can completely breathe. You know, they say space is dark, and it's not. It's only in the movies. Space is extremely bright. And if they're real, it's not for nothing they always have their permanent sunglasses on. How else would they be able to travel through space and see anything? Just a bunch of blinding lights, right? We'd be like a bunch of moths trying to get into a light and not seeing anything. If the moth had sunglasses, they wouldn't have any problems. They wouldn't run into the lights. Thank you very much, Backbone and F. I appreciate that. George Slaus, thanks for coming back, you guys. Hey, Skywise. Not kamikaze astronauts. Yeah, listen. Wow, yeah. That's only inevitable, I think. That's something that's probably bound to happen. See what's going on with the drones in Russia. As Canadians, we're not allowed seeing any of the news. But I'm getting around, trying to find out what's going on. Thank you, Vinny. Joe Mama, bye-bye. Exactly. I wasn't mad at him, but I had some fun. Thanks, Vinny, for being here. Nice to see you, brother. Easy, bruh. Hope you are well. I'm doing good. Joel Burgess, how's it going, my man? Joel's here because I was up and down like brides nighty, me, miss, and kids got crops and a sickness. It's going around schools in the UK, bro. Feel like crap. Well, listen, man, you got to get better soon. And like I said, it's only a matter of time that you're going to pop on with us. Maybe, you know, a Friday stream, a night stream, or something like that. But I didn't forget it. But yeah, man, there's lots of people that are getting SICK. It's like we can even talk about that. I dare not talk about that. Today, one of my strikes comes off today. So, you know, I don't know if you guys know it, but when you have 2 strikes and there's only one left to have your channel closed, it gets a little stressful. They hadn't taken it off yet because I suppose it was around 11 o'clock at night when I got the strike. That's very hassling, not being able to speak about certain things. But yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff going around. And I'll tell you what, Joel, with all the change, Joel, in the weather, man, here it's up and down. Like we go minus 36, minus 20, and then 5 degrees, 10 degrees, and back down, back up. We're going to have a cold March, unfortunately, here. But I think the seasons and everything's shifting back a bit. Snow was late to arrive here. I'm pretty sure next year it's going to be all the way till the end of January or beginning of February until we get snow here. But it seems like the winter's prolonging into March as compared to when things start usually thawing out, less snowstorms and everything. But it's inevitable. Brenda DeBowie, thank you so much. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate the generous contributions. Very thoughtful. And again, Brenda, thanks for stopping by, listening in. Massacage à nos mouse. Right on. Merci pour les pouces. Yeah, well, they're talking about the string theory a lot, but I tell you, these days, the scientists, and with it's, hey, thanks again, guys. It's the gravity waves. You know, they're talking about the pulsars and the fast radio bursts that are pushing out waves. Sun there, the waves that are coming from that are high frequencies and low frequencies. But apparently the low frequencies don't travel as fast as the high frequencies when they're going through this wall of plasma. We're talking about the fast radio bursts in interstellar space once it crosses the meridian, probably into the heliosphere or whatnot, when it gets into the area where the heat of the sun and everything. Lots of asteroids that are coming into the solar system continually. And speaking of asteroids, the DART project, they say that they were able to divert the satellite that was around Dimorphos, or was it Dimorphos that they were able to divert? Either way, apparently it's going to be used as a strategy for in the future to be able to locate asteroids that are going to come to Earth, they hit Earth, and they're going to try to divert it. So you guys can imagine how many hundreds of secret missions and space projects and secret space projects that are already going on and that are going to be going on. NASA has been talking about closing a whole bunch of missions and diverting their attention to other more important issues. And again, we hardly ever hear anything about what they're saying. We hear a lot, but it's like it's always basically at the last minute. That, you know, that's how it is. Stephen A. in the house. How's it going, my brother? Love you, man. Thank you so much for being here. Man, what's up? Lots of things are up. We got Japan, lunar orbiter, ispace or ispace, the name of the company in Japan that is going to be launching, or should I say, if I'm not mistaken, already launched since December 11th on the Falcon 9 rocket. They're going to be letting go a spacecraft that is going to be entering the orbit of the moon to go and land. And from now to 10 years time, Japan is going to be testing another lunar lander, which they just revealed very recently. So there really is a lot going on. We know that they really want to go out there. The first 3D printed rocket is to be launched on March 8th this year. So those are interesting things to look at to see what's going to happen, how they're going to advance in space. Not everything they're doing, it looks very easy, right? And a lot of the things that they're doing is not making it further out. Virgin, is it Virgin Orbit, if I'm not mistaken, the person that is going to have a plane, spacecraft that will be used for tourism. They're still working on that. But do you remember Blue Origin, New Shepard? They launched, it was a test with some people in it, and like an elder person, I think, and a younger person or a blind person, I don't know, whoever they had up there. Something happened. There was an anomaly. They weren't able to reach the height that they were supposed to go up. And then the parachutes came out. Then it landed. Well, they are still in the investigation of that. Guys, been over a year, I think, by now. They're still not talking about it. They're super quiet about it. But again, Luis Elizondo, this guy still has his clearance. It is very high status emergency, not emergency clearance, but the clearances, right? Top secret clearances. There's probably about 30, 40, or 50 of them. There's some way higher over the president. The president doesn't even know half the time what's going on. But Luisa Elizondo, Margaret, I also saw, thanks, Stephen A. I also saw that he was doing an interview with a YouTube channel, a regular YouTube channel, a lot of subscribers, not quite a million, but a lot of subscribers, that wants to go and look at Area 51 and or Skinwalker Ranch sort of areas to be able to look at the UFOs, and offered Luis Elizondo, and he offered himself, yeah, sure, I'd be more than happy to go with you guys. Who is this guy? You know, not to talk about him or to put him down, because, and you guys know me, I'm totally open-minded. He could be a lifesaver. I'm not going to put that by. If we don't know, we don't know. But really sketchy with some of the things, the fact that he's interacting, his job consists of interacting with the Defense Department and Intelligence Association. So whoever the hell he is, he's high up, and there's somebody working with him, or that he worked with before, DIA or somewhere, I don't remember where it was, for defense, top secret, wants to take his clearance away because of something that happened with two other people that were working with him. He doesn't have his clearance taken away. It's still active. He still has the top secret clearance, but he's worried that the government is going to take that top secret clearance away. So whatever is going on, I am almost sure that it has to do a lot with the reason why we're not getting many UFO reports. So it came out, and then all of a sudden that happened, right? Because Luis Elizondo would have leaked, I guess, some information, and it wasn't necessarily information that was officially posted. So there's lots to talk about. Heard they want time zones on the moon. Hey, you're way ahead of the bunch. That's exactly it. Why, if no one is up there, time zones are needed? That was my exact question. It's the only thing I think I didn't put it on the paper today. And from my researching today, over 2 hours of time looking on the news to see what was going on and answering comments. Thank you very much for the comments in the last video, you all. Yes, they're deciding on whether the fact that are they going to need a different time zone on the moon. And exactly the question that I have is exactly what Margaret asked herself. Why would they need a time zone if nobody's there, right? So now a time zone to be able to choose points of launches to be able to go to certain areas. Why are they going to do this from the moon and launch from the moon? That's definitely why, because they're going to be launching from the moon for sure. Luis Elizondo, they were just in that darn report. There's so many things redacted. You have to really skim through it, the report, to try to see anything that comes up. But he's still being attacked for having wanted to bring something out. And I think there's more than one person on the inside that's trying to bring that all the shit out. And there's people on the inside, higher ups, that are run by the globalists and the elites, and are said to not let that come out no matter what. So lots of hush hush around what's going on. The UFOs are not talking about it anymore, right? UFOs were shot down. There was one seen over Russia. I saw the video, stationary UFO over St. Petersburg in Russia during the war, so they closed the airspace there. So there's lots going on. Whether they're an adversarial country, we have to start wondering whether it's an adversarial country or someone outside of here, because we can think that China is the one, the CCP, sending UFOs over the States and Canada, but who's sending them over Ukraine and who's sending them over Russia? Is it absolutely China that has UFOs that's able to do that? I don't think so. We're seeing strange phenomena on the moon, even transient lunar phenomenon that they talk about, which is not quite exactly what I'm getting, because the transient lunar phenomena that NASA talks about is not moving on the moon. It's stationary. There's some near Plato Crater. So Atlas Crater, where is Atlas Crater? I'll be looking at that later. Rings a bell, near Mare Frigoris, which is where Japan is going to land the spacecraft. So hopefully it'll be on this side of the moon, and that we'll be able to see it. Thanks, Margaret. Sassy Cindy, how's it going? Rumble and YouTube are messing with media today. Redacted is shut down now. Oh yeah, weird. Rumble went off too. Thanks for being here. Well, thank you so much, Sassy Cindy. I appreciate that. No, listen, yeah. Rumble has gone down, Cindy, and in the past, and what else was it? Dav or Dag? I don't remember the name of what went down, but it was another platform that went down. And the last time that happened, Sassy Cindy, that was when the moon had let go a coronal mass ejection. So the coronal mass ejection should have arrived yesterday sometime, maybe today, maybe yesterday, more likely yesterday. And I noticed that when there are certain satellite issues, I've noted that could be, it's a guesstimation. It's a guesstimate. I'm just guessing here. It could be because of the solar radiation. Have any of you been seeing the auroras, the lights? Because apparently Canada, New York too, from upstate to New York, the Apple, people should be seeing the auroras. I know in Canada for a while, Yellowknife, British Columbia, Alberta, probably Saskatchewan, Calgary have maybe been seeing them, but now it's more evident, except if you don't have a sky. Like I don't have right now. I don't have the sky, so I'm not able to see very, very well. I'm not able to see at all. I haven't seen the moon in over a month. I have seen the sun very, very rarely. The stars at night are just not out. This evening, Jupiter and Venus are getting kinky. They'll be kissing tonight in the sky. They're going to be like so close, it's going to almost look like one planet. So if you guys want to see that in the western sky, low, actually, as soon as it gets dark, you'll see it low in the sky. They were separated at one point, about like this in the sky. Now they get closer to each other. We should be seeing that. Thank you, Stephen A. Ghost in the house. Thanks again, you guys. Hey, Joe. Where you going with that gun in your hands? Yes. Yes. The crap and the sickness. Yeah, man. I'm really ticked off with what's going on. Canada won't show us your amazing station. Thank you so much. You're right about that. And if you're Canadian, well, that's how it is. There's certain things that we can't find online. They're absolutely trying to stop people from reaching there. Eyes wide open. Thanks again. Hey, my haunted life. Thanks for being here, man. It's been a minute. I was out for a minute. Absolutely, Margaret. Thanks. Speedy recover for our friend and his family, of course, Joel Burgess. How's it going, Bobana? Nice to see you. Weird stuff. Animator D says Luis Elizondo is former CIA counterintelligence. Absolutely. His whole MO is disinformation. A lot of people think that. A lot of people mention that when they came here. His program is ending because the intel crowd are bringing out the fake UFO program to hide the real UFO situation. That's something that I believe is very plausible, my friend, as a theory for sure, and maybe even a bit more than the theory, just because I'm remaining open-minded for many different opinions. But I hear you. They're hiding the truth. It's for sure. If at any given time Luis Elizondo spoke out, it's because he would have had to, and he was extremely careful in that silly redacted file that thanks to the Black Vault for having gotten it released. That's for sure. Hey, Darla Lama in the house. Thank you very much. There you go, Jen. Like I'm saying, yep, they did not talk again about that the balloon story. There's Jeremy Corbell yesterday on Russell Brand that said, thanks for being here, Darla. Russell Brand that said that it's a diversion. They're all balloons. And listen, I've never seen a UFO flashing. You know what I think those vehicles are that they showed? I think they're government. Could be China, foreigners, adversarial country, Russia maybe. There's a Tic Tac that was seen in 2019 was released, but only officially released in 2021, I think, or maybe 2020. I could be mistaken about that. The Black Vault had received the information before it got the permission, or even permission at all, that the files were going to be released. So they're definitely hiding the whole story about the UFOs, right? They talk about wanting to have more transparency for the public, for the people. It's going to be very beautiful, right? They say government's going to reveal everything. No, they have, and they will always have a public disclosure, and there will always be a private disclosure. As a matter of fact, one of the last, before last UFO reports, or maybe it was just another meeting with the Pentagon, in the basement, they were talking about all the badges that people had to please take off your, name badges and association badges or agency badges, because this will be filmed. So then you look at the people sitting there and you could only see their backs and you could not see their faces. They took their badges off. Why are they doing all that? People from the Galactic Federation. The Galactic Federation can absolutely be on the moon. The whole bloody planet can be a spaceship, and it could be the Galactic Federation, literally running operations there, receiving information, sending out information, both aliens arriving and leaving, whether it be aliens and humans working together, like a few of you had mentioned in the last video in the comments. It's totally possible. Celine loves light. Bonjour, Bruce, and everyone. Just got the notification. That's how it is. C'est comme ça. Ça prend une éternité des fois. Merci vraiment beaucoup, Céline. Celine loves light. Thanks again for coming back, you guys. Easy, I hope everyone is well. You good people. Thank you so much again, Joel, and family, for being here. Hey, Grit Ripper, how's it going? Darla, what a welcome surprise. Absolutely great to have you back. Yes. Thank you, Michael. Like I say, we're all chosen for something, I guess. Godspeed. Thank you very much, my brother. Thanks for the encouragement. Captain Jocassi in the house. Yes, sir, man. Right on. I almost wasn't able to raise my other finger. Captain Jocassi, pronounce Jocassi. Yes, I got it right. And not Jocassi, right? Captain Jocassi. A whole bunch of idiots. I better be careful saying idiots. I often mispronounce. Hey, Karen. You want the link for the donation? Hold on. You're already donated. Hang on. I'll get it for you. Was I wrong about the name? I don't think. No, I was not wrong. There she is, Karen. And a nice message to it. Listen, thank you very much, Karen. She says, I enjoy your work. Wish it could be more. Are you kidding me? Retired, fixed income. I get it. Sending good thoughts your way. I thank you so, so much. Leon Sykes, unfortunately, I can't get on to live events with you. I have not figured it out yet. Each time I try, it says unknown error. So Leon Sykes, if you're listening, I am very, very sorry that that's happening. That's horrible, because it's people that come and support the channel, that come and like the channel, that sometimes can't come by. There's the link, Karen. There you go, my dear friend. Boom. And thank you, Karen, for the comments, for stopping by, for checking out the research. The more new people that come by, it's just more and more awesome. I appreciate it so much. Karen 18. Hi, guys. Karen, thanks for the comments, eh? Hi, Ken Lee. Thanks for the comments. Yes, Darla's doing well. She is back with us more and more. Joel, I appreciate that, man. I really do, brother. Hopefully the sky will come back and I'll be able to get some new stuff. That's always happens throughout the year. We never know. The same thing like NASA. NASA tries to do launches, and you ever hear about them when they're launching? They always talk about this window that they have to have. Well, that launch window has to be when the moon is in general closest to Earth. If it's too far away, they have too many kilometers that they have to do. Thanks, Starla. Oh, geez, Starla's going to town. Hey, Creepin' Jay. Afternoon, man. Weather's nice today. Awesome. 50-something degrees and sunny with blue sky. Wow. How come? Oh, it must be because there's a launch today. And when they launch certain things, they're careful. Thank you so much, Starla. Yes, the thumbs up. Well, again, we're stuck at the 130 watching, but it's okay. I'm still happy that the 130 are here. Maybe one day I will know more than the 130 people. It's been years, guys. Darla must be sick of hearing me. I know a lot of you are probably too sick of hearing me, but it's true, and I keep mentioning it. We're always the same gang here. We get a couple of new people that come by, and it's very rare. But when it happens, I get subscribers now, but they don't seem to. It's just subscribers, but I don't know if there's any people. Hopefully, like to think that there is. Thanks so much. Hey, there's Stats in the house. How's Gate Smasher Oorah doing? Thumb number 44. I'm 10 minutes in the 94 in the awesome chat. Thank you very much. Love to the Moon Man. All our friends here to Venus and Mars. Careful, you just reminded me that they're going to Venus in not too long. They're going to land on planet Venus and around the Milky Way. Questions open for 10 minutes. Good. Or okay. Oh, yeah, they're going to Venus. They're going to look in the atmosphere of Venus, which is, my calculations are right, about 900 degrees Fahrenheit. It can boil lead. Lead boils at 865 degrees. If Google tells you it doesn't, they're lying. I worked in a lead company for a couple of years. Got sick too. And it boils lead. So how did our Venusian come here from Venus if lead can boil on the planet? Scientists call Venus Earth's evil twin. They say that it's its neighbor, its closest neighbor. I've never understood that. I thought it was its furthest neighbor. But apparently the sun doesn't seem very, very far away. Artemis 1 went to the epicenter of the solar system with the rocket, which is the center of the sun. Maybe they went through the sun. Who knows? Did a test going through the sun. Check out the heat panels on it. Eliaus Valhatla in the house. Thank you very much, kind sir. Magic stream here today with Bruce, the Moon Master, and our divine queen. Back, Darla Lama. Why am I talking like that? Talk like a radio announcer. A bad radio announcer. Happy days. Goodbye, gray sky. Hello, blue. I have no idea. CPM. Hey, thank you very much. No idea why I sound happy. There's nothing to be happy about when you're listening to the news. I'll tell you that. Anika, child of Thoth, thank you very much for being here. Hello to you all. Darla, I see you. She's in the house. Thanks for the kind wishes, guys. We were talking a lot about Darla when she was gone. That's really cool. We come back, we see that we're loved. People were actually wondering, where we are and how we're doing. Hey, GDR 176. Oh, superstar. 1760 superstar in the house. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming back, man. Scott Robinson, how's it going, bro? Hi, Bruce. Nice to catch you live. Thanks. Much love from the Netherlands. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. The Netherlands in the house. Brenda de Bowie, thanks again, eh? Yep. Hey, Jason Berezny, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. You said it, JDR. Superstar says screw tube. It really is. It really is screwy. Lots of people have problems. Not everybody, some people don't have problems. Some people do. When they come here, whether it be just a comment or even to get on the live stream, sometimes it's apparently very hard for people to be able to do so. Thanks again, JDR, for stopping by, man. Thanks for all the extra help, you guys. Dale Carniel, how's it going? Start watching. Yeah, I know him. We'll fill you in on who Luis Elizondo really is. Oh, I know who he is. Thank you very much, Dale. I don't really care who he is, whether he's telling the truth or not. We're going to find out, that's for sure. It's all part of the game. It could be real. It could be not real. Nobody knows the truth of that. That's why you got to get videos to prove stuff. Good New Year's Day, dear Moon Master. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, to all that I missed, to wish a happy new year. I'm wishing it to you now. We're still at the beginning of the year. March 1st now already. Thanks, Dale. I got no time whatsoever to watch any channels, unfortunately. You mean solar maximum? Yes, we're in the maximum. It's leading up to 2025. The sun is going to ramp itself up. It's already blown a part of its top off. Space stuff. Oh, no, please, not yet. Thank you very much, Space Stuff. Awesome for the words, guys. Thank you so much, Brenda. Love the topics you bring. Blessings to all. Thank you so very much. Might actually be able to see Venus, Moon, Jupiter alignment tonight. Absolutely. Yeah, and Jupiter and Venus are going to be excessively close. Is there a moon tonight? Wow. You mean to tell me there's going to be a moon in the sky? Sue and Sam, again, thank you for being here. Is there going to be a moon in the sky? I can't wait to see that. 109 in the house. We'll take it. Only 15 likes. What's up with that, y'all? Thanks for the thumbs up. Hope to get a thumbs up from everyone. Don't forget, when you give this live stream a thumbs up, a little girl gets her pony. Smack my tooth on the cup. It's not true about the pony. But you can still subscribe. Fruit Fly in the house. How's it going? I feel stupid today. Keep it up and you'll be back up and running in no time. That's right, Darla. Hello. Thanks again. Thanks for coming in, you guys. Welcome. Dominique Dion, salut à toi. Toujours un plaisir de t'écouter. Je te remercie vraiment beaucoup d'être ici. Passe une journée exceptionnelle ou une soirée exceptionnelle. You heard of NASA's 3.5B budget for new moon suits? Come on, man. Wow. I mean, isn't that a bit excessive? You know what? If they had budgets like $100,000 per suit, we would see big differences. They'd be able to send 50 to 100 astronauts for $2 billion to the moon instead of making 6 suits for $3.5 billion. But Suzanne, like me, it has to be expensive so that they can get the budget. Oh, they do the examination of the fiscal year before and they go, well, last year we had $16 million in funding. We weren't able to do much. We're going to need 80 million more this year if we want to do get our expectations done. Just like the government asks for money where different associations like the Pentagon and the FBI get more funding and money and even more power when there's a problem, when there's an issue of war, or when there's, the funding is different. When there is war, everybody wants war. The governments always want the war because then they can go touch more money, right? That's what they do. Things are like really heating up too. So thanks again, Karen. So you got that link there, I hope. Adios. I was going BSA family. Yes. Welcome everybody and thanks. Yeah, lots, man. JDI, I don't trust him at all. It was very odd that what happened, that he came out and he talked, and then all of a sudden the government said, well, now you can't talk. But don't forget, they could be, a lot of you even tell me, they could be doing, thanks, Karen. They could be doing that to trick China or Russia and something. This is always what they're doing. They're always playing games. It's always a competition. The space race that we saw many years ago when they were trying to go to the moon, Sputnik 1 got around the moon first, and then they faked the moon landing, or they landed on the moon and they just did not show us. That's a fact. We have the astronauts themselves that said that they didn't go, and that the public did not see the actual footage of whoever went, or, as they say, what happened out there. I like playing a lot with that. Yeah, we got dark hats. That is for sure. That is for sure. We need more white hats out there, unfortunately. Apparently, white hats now are in control of CERN. I don't know. Elon Musk speaking out against CERN now for it being evil energy. People are starting to speak up, even though he's half Elon Musk. We all know that. Christy Williamson, hey, California in the house. So, are you in the part of California that's getting actual snow? San Andreas fault line that separates California in two, Los Angeles or whatnot. People are talking about it now. The scientists say that it's cracked. And the interesting thing is that the last big earthquake it was 1850s or something like that, 1860s in California, and before that went to 1600s. And apparently those tectonic plates that rub each other, that's when the shaking happens. When the tectonic plate starts moving, it shakes. But you got one tectonic plate that's like this and another one met up with it, so then it goes up, shakes, now it's stuck there. So when it goes by, it's going to go, and that's going to be a major earthquake. And by the way, there's a lot of people online saying millions are going to die. No. On a positive note, they were looking like even 1,500 people, I think they said, which is a lot of people anyways, right? It's still very sad. But in general, a lot of people are going to be safe. It's the most dangerous parts of an earthquake are the bloody buildings. When someone's in a building, it's the furniture inside of the building and tops of the ceiling or whatnot that fall down that usually hurt people, because the building should be strong enough to withstand some earthquakes. And whether in Turkey it's because the buildings were made cheaper or not, I have no idea, but they came down a lot. Thousands of buildings came down. They went through a lot of earthquakes too. A lot of earthquakes. And it's not over, boy. I tell you, it's not over. How am I for the time here? Not bad. I'm gonna scroll down here, jump down. John P. Adventures is here, back ass words. Weird world. They will change the time and the laws. Change the time and the laws on the moon, you mean? Or here? Yeah, probably on the moon for sure. Yeah, the laws, that is 100% what they were already talking about a while back. They have to change the laws in space. In other words, what happens when somebody does something in space? Think of it. There'll be speed limits. And this isn't funny, it's serious. There'll be speed limits of certain regions of space where you can't travel fast, and certain regions you can travel fast. They're going to mark all the debris points. They're supposed to be trying to pick up the debris, but I'm telling you, it's taking them a long time, eh? Motley MS Sport, thank you guys for coming back time and time again. Thanks for being here, Motley MS Sport. You guys have been here for a while. I remember all of you guys. Thank you very much. Very thoughtful, guys. Hey, Justin Branch, how's it going, my man? Nice to see you. Steven, what's new, brother? Thanks, Darla. We do need thumbs. MC Pelletier, je ne l'ai même pas vu. Bonjour, MC Pelletier, je dois passer. Elle est là. Merci, t'es super gentil, MC Pelletier. May I ask? And he disappeared. Hang on. May I ask your opinion on our little friends? Our little friends outside of Earth, you mean? Or our little friends, the midget people? The little people. Well, I'll tell you what. If they exist, and they most likely could exist, I can't look at that without saying that is absolutely something that is out of a lab, right? Like some type of hybrid. It's like, what's the problems with the astronauts that go to space? Genitals. Get rid of their genitals and won't be missing their wives. Don't have them talk. They're just telepathy. Nobody can listen in on their conversations. Imagine listening in on a conversation, a secret meeting to cause a war by the gray aliens. The guy's like, hey, listen to this. Can't hear anything. They're talking in their minds. That's scary stuff, thinking of that. That is Elias Valhatla's music channel, where we're going to be doing some collaborations. He's already doing collaborations with people, and you can check out his music equipment at the same time. Brand new guitars, acoustic, electric, Cajun drums, some pedals he got, new microphones, and programs to be able to make his songs. And he just recently did the song Shout, Let It All Out. So go head over and check it out. And actually, it's not on the Crazy Music Space Jam channel. It's on Elias's channel. So you can check out his direct channel. I screwed up. Try to make a shout out. The Real Wayno. How's it going, man? Yes, started back in the house. A news clip of U.S. storms showed high winds in the sky. A UFO Then on clip of truckers in Ottawa saw a UFO. Jeff Benoit clip. Oh, interesting. The news clip of the U.S. storm showed high winds in the sky, the UFO. Then a clip of truckers in Ottawa saw UFO. Yeah, they saw UFOs for sure. I have also Jeff Benoit, yeah, 10-4. I have a video also from Ottawa, the protest. It was actually, sorry, it's not in Ottawa. It was at the height of Alberta, if I'm not mistaken. And you see 3 UFOs in the sky. They don't look like drones. They actually really look like UFOs. So the UFO lights are observing us here on Earth, whether it be people from Earth or someone from the outside. I still really can't rule out the fact that it could be alien technology, and those lights could be sort of their cameras and satellites, like, if you want, in theory. If you noticed the speed in recent disclosure, listen, Stephen J. Ford, you said it, man. Absolutely. I'm noticing that a lot is coming out. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. They're spitting a whole bunch of stuff out that was never out in the open before. And you have to pick up on all of it, because if not, it just winds up in some data on the blackvault.com or on the FBI or Pentagon website. And every time I go there, I go so often there to look at some of the reports and some insiders speaking at the Pentagon and whatnot. And every time you go there, they register that you're on their website. It sort of freaks me out. Must be saying, who the hell is this Bruce Schwartz that's been coming here every week? Who the hell is this guy? But I have noticed the disclosure, and I'll tell you what, since they're not saying it in the news, it's like disclosure can come out, right? Everyone that's disclosing that it's not coming out on the fake news, like MSNBC, CNN, and all that. I could name a lot more, because they're all, a bunch of them are doing the same thing, bunch of lies. Astronauts are speaking out in a very big way. Gaia, lots of people that are speaking out. Very interesting. Hey, Dave's not here, man, bro. How's it going? Moderators and friends, galactic wonder of space. Yes, the Galactic Federation has to be who is up there on the moon. Is it snowing yet? Nope, not snowing. That's good. Elios, and that's the channel where Elios did the song Shout. He played all the parts to the song, often like I like doing on the music channel. So these morons are still going on about Roswell, yeah, and the stupid tic-tac bullshit. Besides Bruce, only other real vids are from James Wright, Gilliland, or is it Gilliland? Yeah, I heard of him. There's a new video from James from the Hawaii Aseti Ranch. There's another one. You guys got your eyes on a lot of the same areas, I guess. We don't excuse me. We don't have to look at 100,000 different areas. If you're all like me, I pretty much in the morning go to the same 3-6 places that I always go to. I skim through a whole bunch of things. James O'Keefe from Project Veritas, very upset. He quit, or he was fired, or something happened. I'm very disappointed with Project Veritas for having done that. Most likely it's the pressure from the elites, and that's that gay Pfizer director, Jared, if I'm not mistaken, that was, hey, you should have seen it, guys. Seriously, it was crazy funny. The guy was literally talking about, and I can't talk about it. Gotta be careful. I'm gonna get myself in trouble again. I mean, as you view the slowdown for you to see them. Hold on here. I mean, as you view the slowdown for you to see them. I view the slowdown, I take that as when there's so much going on, I got to sit down and try to focus and concentrate on one area, and a whole bunch of different theories are coming out about a whole bunch of different, about the gimbal, about the flir, about Luis Elizondo, but it's going faster. I think people are a lot more awake. but still there's a lot of confusion out there with what's going on. I'm happy to hear about Luis Elizondo. I'm very happy to hear about him because I want to hear these guys talk. Whether they're real or not, I want to hear them talk because I want to see what they're going to say. I want to see what's going on, right? Stephen A., thanks, Bruce, for everything you do for people who don't have the equipment. Man, it's you thank for coming here, supporting the channel. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Kalakukokolo, greetings from Finland. I hope I pronounced that right. Kalakukokolo. Finland, peace, and stay positive, Bruce, and chat. Thank you very much, you guys. My friends from Finland. Oh, as a matter of fact, that's exactly, well, on the outskirts of where the UFO was seen in St. Petersburg, Russia. If I'm not crazy, it's bordered with Russia, I hope, from what I saw on the map, because there was some things going on there too. Hope you're all well in Finland. Thanks a lot, you guys. I have a couple of people here, Kalakukokolo from Finland, to watch the channel, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much, my friends. Stephen, you know those lights that I had the other day, other day last year or the year before at the house, and at the end of 2022, just a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago, I saw the UFO lights that you all can see in the last video. Those are divisions of UFOs in threes taking off. They are not flashing like planes and they disappear. Those characteristics are the only way I can prove that they're not planes, because planes do not put out their lights when they take off, and their lights aren't big like they could. Sure, they could be big like that, right? If a search light is on for any plane, probably would even blind out the flashing lights. But the strobe lights that are on the plane blinking are so strong, and I've shown it with the infrared camera. So I got this premonition that I had to go closer to the woods because I'm seeing the UFO lights here from the house, and it's like I had the heebie-jeebies of adventuring over into the woods, which this summer I'm going to be making some pretty trippy. I might have to go get my brother so that we could be two people to die, not just one person, to go check in those woods, because it's beside the border. It's also beside biological lab there, which they changed the name and told us here in town that it's a marijuana depot, but there's no marijuana that goes there or that leaves there. Only some American plates that go and work at a biological lab. And what's the coincidence of a biological lab in Canada having American employees along the border? I think it makes a lot of sense. Just a bit higher up, you go to Franklin, and that's where the Doria Institute is, where they were lobotomizing children and doing a whole bunch of things there. We're not allowed talking about it. South UK, which is extremely rare. I heard about it, Grit Ripper. Thank you very much. Exactly. Some people are seeing auroras. Yes, it is rare. I haven't seen them. Peter's back. I haven't seen them since the 90s. And I remember vividly seeing them in the sky, purples, blues, and yellows, incredible colors appearing, and they move, eh? And if you don't see the colors and you're not quite seeing colors, or it's a cloudy night, look in the clouds and you should see these little lights running around in the clouds. Somebody told me on the moon, Bruce, maybe it's ball lightning that you're filming. I spoke about that in the past many a times. Some of the phenomena I could be catching could be lightning also on the moon, as I'm sure it rains on the moon. There's vegetation. Someone was saying this afternoon there's snow on the moon. Most likely all the seasons are there. Skies are clear tonight here in Portugal. Thank you very much, John P. Adventures. Good luck. Look up to see if you guys see any of those auroras. Double-edged sword. Thanks a lot, eh? 125. We're always locked at that number. It's incredible, though, eh? 125. Locked there all the time. Portugal. I thought so, but I said didn't dare say it. Could be a new place. Portugal. Portugal. It's a beautiful country, man. Beautiful place. Thanks, Anika. Yes, I'm getting there. I'm going to scroll down now. I just didn't want to miss everybody. Hi, thanks for coming back, man. Thank you very much. Are you serious? You're not serious. Another metal processing facility in Ohio today. What? Another explosion? I know this is off topic. All topics are good, Andrew. But what are your thoughts on the C9? Okay, likely leak. Can't talk about it. Unfortunately, that's why I got a strike. Yeah, it was deliberately. And it's been proven, by the way. It's out now. That was deliberately done. Yep, more and more and more. Scabby in the house. A lot of people are saying that what we're seeing, it's our UFOs, says JDR. Yep. I believe it. So I'm going to scroll down here now. Corporate headquarters on the moon. Yep. What's up, Captain Joe Cassie? Thank you, sir. Fortunately, they've been working to rid the moon of reptile and gray alliance influence. I was wondering about that, or I was talking in the last video about there being a possibility of being a war up there, and some people were laughing. I'm like, why are you laughing? I'm showing you the bloody proof of some type of fighting up there. But it could absolutely be that they're getting rid of another race of reptilians and trying to get them further out so that we can own the moon. Maybe that's why they're enriching, uranium, and they're doing all this crazy stuff that they're doing out there. Government and private billionaires, look up Custodian Life on YouTube. He got video and high speed pics. Yeah, they're the ones up there. Hey, Jeff Benoit live. What's up, man? I would like for you to come on live in April. Let me know. Vendu. Tu as que me donner la journée et je suis là avec toi, mon frère. I'm there, buddy. In April, no problem. Come back again, heads up like that. Say, hey, Bruce, April 5th, April 10th, April 9th. I have an interview on March 9th. And à part de mon samedi que je fais le live, puis le vendredi, il y a plein de journées, man, de libre. Il n'y a pas de problème. I'm there. Si tu veux faire ça en avril, là, you want to do something in April, I would be honored. Jeff Benoit, thank you very much, man. Confirmed. J'espère que tu es encore là. Listen, King of Kings, same here. Absolutely same here. We will meet them one day. As a matter of fact, I think we've already met them. I think they're here. Yeah, man, literally King of Kings. I'm the same. I'm literally ready to do it. It's a scary thought, right? You say, would you do it? I mean, yeah, and I'd be nervous probably, but I definitely would. I think for real, we're ready. Joël Saint-Jean, bonjour à toi. Elle est là. Salut à toi. Merci beaucoup, Joël. Joël. Tony Moz, thanks, brother. Good afternoon to you too, man. Hot today, 38, plenty. Oh, wow, leaning on shovel today. Yeah, plenty of leaning on shovel today. Yeah, it'll be melting. Hey, Annie Gaddis. Hello. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Thanks, Will. Darla is back. Hey, 112, we'll take it. That is my Spanish channel, guys. Mi canal de investigación en español de ovnis. If you want to check it out, if you want to subscribe to it, you never know. I could disappear here, wind up on the other channel. If ever I could just see me stuck on the Spanish channel with nobody on Bruce Sees All. I mean, people don't think of it. And again, every month or month and a half, 2 months, YouTube is striking me on a live stream from like the year 1900s that I made years ago. So if it happens that I disappear, please, a few of you here, let the rest of the community know that Bruce doesn't go 5-6 days without making a video. It's because he must be down again. There must be a strike. And I can still live stream on the French channel. You guys got to head over to the French channel of Quebec Astronomie, so that if I go down here, you'll be able to get me over there. And there's Patreon in the every video except for the live streams. I post all the links. I have one fundraising link. The only other way somebody can fundraise here is by contributing here or on the thanks button on the video, like Bobby Cat did the last time. Thank you so much, Bobby Cat. Nothing surprising me anymore, boy. Nanu. Jacqueline, comment ça va? From Belfast, Northern Ireland. Thank you so much. Another beautiful country. Oh yeah, that's a yeah. No, that's a bit much. Celsius would be a bit much for sure, GDR. Same Kai off to lean on my shovel. We'll watch real soon. Is our friend Kai here? Figured if I wrote that he will get to the ones input and they jump around. Hope it helps for you all. You can comment under any video. Bryce answered all comments so far. I used to be Bryce. Bryce is my real name. And love from Julie Stats. We love you, Julie. And I would ask all of you, at least 100 of you, go over and check Julie's channel. I don't send people over to channels that are boring. You're going to love her channel. Lots of fun, lots of beautiful settings. Florida, if you like animals, got a bunch of cool little critters that she posts there. And of course, get a good laugh. Gate Smasher, amazing friend to the channel. You guys got to check them out. The spell correct on my phone is deleting my full sentence. What the fuck's going on? Some words are completely different and some just gone. I did it. Yes, I was going to say, I did it my way. Yesterday, I was on the live stream. Hey, this is coffee, I promise you. Just coffee. On the live stream, someone else's live stream yesterday, I was writing something and they kept taking off the letter at the end. Like I wrote something and they're like, do you mean this? Kept posting the bloody word. Like, you know, when somebody uses names a channel and uses a false word like love, LUV or LOV, you write that in and they add an E to it all the time. But it's been worse the past few days that they've been doing that. So Kai is here. I must have missed him. Motley MS Sport, thanks again, hey bro. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for the kind words, Darla. Neither do I, JDR. Well, when I want a good laugh, I do. I just love going over to CNN once in a while, like I have to see what they're talking about. You know what they were doing against Trump and everything that they weren't talking about. Now it's like things have changed. You have a couple of people that are not working there anymore. Don Lemon was gone, and now I think he's back on. Don Lemon was gone, but now he's back on. There's Svelter, whatever his name is, the big ball guy. He's another one. All misinformation. Bunch of big ass liars. I remember when Don Lemon turned around and told people that white people were a problem. These are racist bigots that work there in the news media. It's going great, man. Except for there's no sky here. Tree hookers. Thanks a lot. Much love, man. Yes, don't forget the thumbs up. I always appreciate that. Thank you very much, my friend. Love and light to all from Germany. Thanks very much, you guys. Really appreciate that. Steve Connolly, you two have a good evening, man. Oh, going out skiing. Right on, bro. Yeah, exactly. The real Wayno, whatever that means. But yeah, he's counterintelligence. All these different clearances. And so the associations themselves are all fighting amongst themselves, right? 131 likes. Unfortunately, here I don't see the likes. For whatever the reason, they don't show it on StreamYard, but I just see 127. Still 127 watching. 128. Live viewers. Monday, I had streamed many Mondays ago, and I got 450, almost 500 viewers, which was mind-blowing. 2 hours of a stream made almost 6,000 views. But these streams get about 1,000 to 1,200 views. And then when I stop, by the time you guys see it up after here, you'll probably only see 600 or 700 views, because in analytics, it takes ages for it to get up to the real amount of views. Cosmic Agency, I listen to them. Very interesting. I understand Venus is livable inside like our inner Earth. Absolutely. I resonate with it for now. Blessings. Yeah, they want to go to Venus, 900 degrees Fahrenheit. They're going to be working on a type of lander to land on the Venusian surface. You got sulfuric acid clouds that are there. You have a boiling surface. I don't think any fire or volcanoes, though. There could be volcanoes there. A lot of disclosure. So, like Mr. Ford said, they're coming out more and more, talking more and more. Hey, Jersey in the house. Israel Avalis, thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Dave's not here, man, bro. I appreciate that. South Carolina here. Awesome. Hey, Ohio in the house. Chernobyl, Ohio. Horrible. Everybody has eyes on Ohio. What's going on, boy? I tell you. Now Biden's talking about a door-to-door health reports with people. Yes, yeah, that's a good one, actually. I agree. That is a good one. Such a blast to hear you and JC bounce ideas around. Hey, that is awesome. Thanks a lot. And for all of you that came here from Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic 003's community and channel, thank you very much. I'll be back on with Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic 003 channel on March 9th. In a couple of days, I'll get that link up so that people can go and click on it, or to remind yourself to click on the notifications. Alexis Williams, I always see the moon and sun in the sky. You are lucky. Haven't seen the moon in several months, since 2022. Not once. Not even a glimpse. Not even a glimpse at all. Didn't see it today. Didn't see it yesterday. Just don't see it. Right back, guys. Anybody want a coffee? It's not supposed to be like that, because I'll tell you what, we used to be able to go a week or two without seeing the moon or something like that because of the weather. But now it's fog, clouds, then you have the snow. It doesn't stop, and you just don't see the moon. Here on the outskirts of Montreal, ask anyone from Montreal how often they see the moon. But it's funny, because driving 10 minutes away from here, maybe I would see the moon. But as for me, I'm at my home and I'm not seeing it here at all. Is hiredness in the house? Let me go get some coffee, guys. Anyone want some? Yes, 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 yes. Oh, you gotta turn the bathroom light off. Oh, got me playing in my eye. I gotta thank God, I tell you, because usually one day it's gonna happen. I'm gonna play my eye. I'm not gonna be able to come back on. I'm gonna have to get off for a while, but not this time. Looks like I made it back. Live long and prosper. Absolutely, my friend. Scratch, thanks for coming back, you guys. Hey, old Bean, how's it going, my bruh? Bruh. There's my friend, I am Kai. Joel, 543. I'm just a bit behind, not too bad. It's also a bit of a bad couple of months for me and my miss. She lost her dad. I'm sorry to hear about that, Joel. Send her my love, please, and my condolences to her and her family. Thanks for sharing that, man. In 10 years, yesterday, I lost my mother 1 week before her 59th birthday. My mom's birthday is on the 6th of March. Hey, man, I'm sorry to hear about that, man. Sending you guys a lot of love out there. Dates are important, you know. Our loved ones really still are around with us when they're gone, but it's hard living without them. It really is hard living without them. I think about it a lot. Even, you know, my dad, many things that I didn't get a chance to tell him. I was 6. Didn't say much when you think of it, but sickness, tell you. Yeah, Scott Mansbridge, and thanks to everyone that's a member. Thank you very much. You said it, Scott. Moon landing, all thanks to our friend Stanley Kubrick. You know, you got Stanley Kubrick, Linda Moulton Howe, all these people, which are very respected. A lot of people come here and enjoy listening to her. Right on, you guys. Awesome. They're film producers, right? Did you know that? They are film producers. Jeremy Corbell, film producer. And all these, like, how come he was able to make a movie with Bob Lazar, and then he goes on Russell Brand's to talk about the UFOs, when in reality, it's surprising. Like, would you have ever thought that Luis Elizondo would go on to Russell Brand's show when he's supposedly going through an investigation? It's weird. A lot of weird stuff, I tell you. Don't you even say that. You won't be that lucky, man. You'll be here such a long bloody time. You're gonna feel that God forgot you. Is the way I see it. Awesome, you guys. Yeah, listen, I'm not laughing. I'm laughing, yes, but I don't think I should laugh anymore because I'm starting to wonder about the clones and the doubles and the AI now, the technology. Have you all ever heard of sentient? Thanks, Scott Manbridge, for coming by, man. Have you heard of sentient? We're talking about, now I got a flash. This is reminding me of an old Star Trek episode, or was it part of the movie? I have no idea. I don't watch movies. It's been so long, where they found a satellite out in space, caught it and brought it back, and it's actually a satellite that is a brain, and it's the satellite that is God and that is controlling the universe. Have you ever heard of sentient? I'm blown away. From 1961 to today, even now, it's an object in space. I hope it's in space that is registering, maybe not in space. It's sentient. It's computer, a quantitative computer that can calculate things in the past, present, and future. It can also it is analyzing and documenting and catching every single thing that's in motion outside, both in space and around Earth. It's an object called sentient. For those of you who don't know what sentient means, look it up and you'll be very curious as to why. They're actually wondering if the AI being is sentient, right? So this object called sentient makes decisions about the past, present, and future. Very interesting. This out in files that are leaked out again by the blackvault.com. We have some very nefarious or sinister, I don't know, but the things that are being done is basically there are thousands of projects, I believe, guesstimate, that are working on human beings, that are working on controlling human minds. They're back engineering UFOs, not only UFOs, they're back engineering the human brain, they're back engineering the human body, and all these programs that are going on, a lot of you say, Bruce, all the people missing from Earth have to be going somewhere. They can't just be disappearing that much, we have to wonder about that. It's information time with the truth. Thank you, Pat. And again, for being members, you guys, thank you very much. They want wars so they can sell arms, tanks, bombs, etc. to both sides. Oh, you're absolutely right about that. As a matter of fact, I'm very careful when I speak about it, but not far from me, minutes away, is an area where I remember they were making Scud missiles. I don't know if you remember who was launching those. We even had some on the other side, Saddam Hussein, that were launching some of them. So a lot of things are made here in Canada. Canada is, you guys have no idea, a lot of you. Canada is the most dangerous country in the world, I would say. I'd say it's a lot more dangerous here than Ecuador or in Colombia with the drug dealers and the cartels in Mexico. I'm telling you what's going on here. It's a big gimmick. They're keeping things hidden. You know, Justin Trudeau now wanting to bring more immigrants into Canada to say that's going to fix the problems here. ISIS is back in the news. Those cowardly wimps, because they're so upset because somebody burnt a Quran. Get over yourselves. Get over yourselves. If somebody burns my Bible, I'm not going to cut their head off. I'll let them live. Let God take care of that. Great here, day off of my work. Raining day in Tijuana. Wow, that's too bad. Beautiful place, though. Love to visit those places, man. Thanks again, Tony. Damn right. I think it's awesome having people from all around the world coming by here. We all work for the CIA. We're just not on the payroll. The real Wayno, you said a lot right there. Did you know that there's a lot of people working for the CIA that do not know that they are on the payroll? Well, you must know because you just said it. But that's very true. They can work through people by following them. If somebody is, a researcher or something that's a private researcher, the CIA will be using a person's research for their own necessity and whatnot without actually mentioning it. When CIA people work on projects, or even at Area 51, like Barb Lazar, must be a sister. Bob Lazar has said that they're compartmentalized the people. And that, I believe it makes sense, where somebody's working on a project with 15 other people, but none of those 15 people are in contact about that project, and nobody knows what the other person is doing. They're just all there. You're at the CIA, you got somebody paid to watch what you're doing, and there's somebody paid to watch that person, what they're doing, and there's another person paid to watch that person to see what he's doing. They're watching. They survey. That's what they're doing. If Lou's not to be trusted, I'd strongly doubt Reed, Mellon, and Knapp as well. You see, George Knapp, that's right. That's true what you're saying. But I'm not sure about Lou. His intentions seem to be okay, but he's still an ex-CIA. Thanks for sharing that. I agree exactly with what you said. I'm not putting it under the boat, but very, not even doubtful, just not even skeptical, just open-minded about the possibility that he could be not one of the good ones, right? Because like you said, still an ex-CIA. So that's a good one. Menacing Muskrat, 7.9, January 9th, 1857. And Fort Tejon, 2 killed. Wow, 220 miles surface. Hey, two killed, imagine. With a 7.9 earthquake and 2 killed. Can you imagine that? Surface scar in 1857, Fort Tejon or Tejon. Well, the fault line in San Andreas has cracked. It's open. They're just a matter of time. We're long overdue, they say. There you go. Flood, 1862. Flood in California. You see, it all makes sense. 1856 or 1858, Carrington event in the UK. 1862, the flood in California. Then earthquakes. Around that period, the sun was very aggressive, and the sun was sending radiation to Earth in those days. Probably, if we look back in the days, it would say that we were in the solar maximum, right, back then, and that Yet again, the sun was doing its shift, because the Earth shift and the sun shift are not the same. The Earth shifts frequently. The sun shifts frequently. Earth not so frequently. Every 600-700, 1,000 years. And how do they even know? They probably don't know half of the truth of that. I believe so. Hey, thank you so much, Anika Chala Thoth. Thank you very much. So generous, you guys. Yes, probably the drone fun. I got to lay off the chocolate fun there. That's for sure. Thank you, Anika. Trudeau, I love that one. Long gone. Bye, Dan is also long gone. Goodbye. I hope so. With what's happening, we thanks again, Anika. Thanks everyone. Is it New Zealand? The New Zealand, the teeth. The woman, she's out of there. Very surprising that she left. Nobody expected that she was going to be taken away for whatever the reason she was resigning. There's a couple of other ones, and a lot of people are saying JDR superstar. A lot of people are saying that Trudeau is next, but I hope so. I really hope so. Around the time of the Carrington event. Exactly. You said it before me. The Carrington event, very bad. Took out telegraph lines. It surcharged all the devices that were unplugged started working and started functioning anyways, and they were electrocuting people. People got electrocuted on the telegraph lines. But today, with all the devices that we have, it's going to be a lot worse. Definitely going to be a lot worse. 100%. Let's see, what did I write down here? So the world's first 3D printed rocket is going to be launched on March 8th, if you all want to know. Tonight, don't forget to watch Jupiter and Venus come together. So Blue Origin, New Shepard mystery. They never came up with exactly what had happened. And you can go back and see that on YouTube. It's there, the video of Blue Origin when it was launched. It launched, it screwed up, it stopped, and then lost power. Then the parachutes came out. And on top of it, they don't even know if they're going to have another launch or when there's going to be another launch. Can you imagine that? 140 watching. Pushing the limits now. Why can't we be white hats on the Messiah we're waiting for, if you will? We should all be white hats, but unfortunately, there's black hats. The evil hackers. There's some hackers that actually hacked Russia. There was a message alarm sent out to tell people to bunker down in their homes, and apparently it was just hackers that had hacked the government. And I'll tell you what, we're going to be seeing a lot of that, anonymous and all that back in the days. We're going to see all that again. They're probably just waiting for the right minute, the right moment. Maybe they're going to prevent a blackout. Hopefully some white hats will be mixed into that. For those that don't know what people mean by the black hats and white hats, sort of like the red pill and blue pill, look it up and you'll see that there's some white hat hackers and there's some black hat hackers. Double-edged sword in the house. Hey, thanks, man. Love you, bro. Thank you very much, you guys. Ali C, IC in the house. People, I had to. Magnetic poles started their wander too. Absolutely. Hey, way back in 2009, the Earth's core started slowing down, and apparently it's something that happens every 14 years and reverses itself, right? Who knows? They say that. Like, we don't even know if that's actually real or what's going on. Watch my channel. Hey, Scratch collects guitars. I play them. Thanks again, Anika. Tears for Fears live just up the road from me, or they did. Tears for Fears. There comes a time where we hit a certain cool. Remember that one? I'm feeling really stupid today. Sorry, guys. I hold back sometimes from the funny shit because like Ghost says, I'm a comedian before being an astronomer, but I hold back. Thank you, Ghost. What's up with our buddy? I am Kai. I hope he's okay. Love having you come by, man. Another funny guy. Alexis Williams says, Bruce, question. I see the moon and the sun in the same sky. Yes, absolutely. You know why that is? Because of the angle and the axis of Earth. I learned that one the other day. There's even a proper term that's used for it. When you see the sun and the moon in the sky together. And it's happening more and more. It's not supposed to happen so often, but it is happening often. And yes, you saw well, Alexis. You see, this time the rotation was extremely close. The sun and the moon were extremely close. And I mean, no kidding. Sun was there a bit higher and the moon was right there, like right beside each other. We see Jupiter, Venus lining up with Earth and everything. But in reality, it's not supposed to be an alignment because don't forget, there's not supposed to be another alignment ever for like 2040 or something like that. That's like the eclipse. There's going to be many, many, many years before we see certain those certain events happen again. And that's what they say, anyways. Wisconsin, thanks for being here, Wisconsin. 6:30. All right, I'll scroll down. I give in. I'm going to be missing some. There's Susan Ravella. Hi, and everyone. Hope everyone is doing great. Doing very well, Susan. Thank you very much for being here, you guys. Thanks for the awesome comments, Susan, for the amazing support, for being here, for coming to the streams. You guys really make this channel what it is, and I really love you for it. For Bruce, but if someone else knows something about this, okay. All right, Jill, shoot. Jill, where's the question? Hey, Star Hunter, hang in there, brother. I hope you get better soon, man. I don't like hearing my friends that are not feeling very good. Thank you, Julie. That is my Patreon channel. If I disappear here, you guys are going to want to head over to Patreon to see me there, and I'll be able to continue my work. You never know. Yes, I am Kai. Absolutely. There's Jill's question. Bruce, first off, this used to happen only when really hot, but now I can see sparkly air when looking at sidewalk. I know I can see waves like plasma dies, sort of. It's happened for years. First off, this used to happen only when really hot, but now I can see sparkly air when looking at sidewalk. Okay, well, listen, you notice something that I sort of noticed in a different way is that the humidity levels are very different. I said something crazy just this afternoon talking to my mother. I said, listen, the shovelfuls of snow were extremely heavy. The snow that fell down was a lot more heavy than usual. Just like that sounds stupid, right? But I'm noticing a big difference in the humidity. I notice a difference in the way the snow thaws on the ground, the way the snow thaws off the roof. And with the absence of the sun, it doesn't thaw. If I go 3 weeks here, this is what's destroying the roofs here. I went 3 weeks here, all and only cloudiness after a major snowstorm. So we got another storm in that 3-week time, 5-10 more centimeters, and the snow did not dissolve. It didn't melt. And that something that doesn't happen when you see it that long. Bill Gates wants to block out the sun. Don't even think about it. That means all snow that's going to fall is not going to evaporate. It's all going to stay on the surface, right? If there's dust around the moon, who says all the water is not still stuck on the moon? If there's all that cloud or dust around the bloody moon, eh? Wow. There's a couple of people had a few surgeries here. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're doing well after that surgery, Joe. In 2014, I suppose. Yeah. And how are your eyes now, Jill? They must be doing better. 156 thumbs up. Thanks very much. 130 watching. We're locked at 130 all the time. It's almost funny. Have a wonderful week, peeps. I've got to get something to eat. JDR, superstar, guys. I love you guys so much for the amazing support here. Thanks for coming back time and time again. I really appreciate that. That UFO pic Corbell is going around showing now is an interesting one. A silver orb. Yes, that would be the Mossel orb that was, and you know what gets me pissed off? It's a freaking image. Are you serious? They're going to show us an image. Are you serious? Why don't they show us the video? Too bad they're doing that. Captured on video by the U.S. military or AF in Iraq. Absolutely. And they didn't show the video, or maybe they did. I didn't see it. I only saw that bloody image. I want to know what it is. Is it energy? If you're talking about the UFOs and the lights and whatnot, listen, it really is energy that seems to be flying around like a point of energy. As a matter of fact, who says it's not a place like HARP or something that's beaming out energy, and that the energy is actually traveling across the world, and it's some type of camouflage, or it could be many things, those UFOs, eh? It could be very many things. It's always in the woods, like those kids in Zimbabwe saw them in the woods and near their school. Yes, they are always in the woods. They're not stupid. They have to be intelligent beings, Earth, human or alien, because they land in areas where they know people can't reach them often, most often. Why do you think they land in barley fields? They land in fields, cornfields and barley fields, because there's no roads around them, and they're right in the middle there with no lights around them. If somebody heads towards them, they'll be able to see them and leave fast enough. So yeah, they are always in the woods. There's Gate Smasher. I'm south-ish England. Damn it, I wish I'd known. I'd have looked scratch. Good day, Bruce, and everyone in the chat says Gate Smasher. Hoorah. Julie's better half. Thank you very much, kind sir. Today, just returning from the swamp, taking a bacon break to restore my energy. Wishing you all well and many good vibes sent. I love you, brother. Thank you very much for everything, man. Thanks for coming back, for watching the streams, and for all you guys do. Asked my brother where, not my brother, actually, my son, where he had gotten the flag. He said he ordered it on Amazon, but I'm waiting for him to give me the link, because Julie said she liked the flag. I said, I wanted to get her one, but now we're trying to find the same flag. If ever I do get the same flag, I'll let you know and send it down. I thought that'd be pretty cool. You guys so generous, obviously. Hey, South Australia, 10 cent. Thanks for coming back, you guys. I appreciate that. I saw Aurora back ages ago. Same here, Joe. When I was a kid, that was back before they had dirt. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, me too. I was young, Jill, when I saw the Aurora Borealis. It was in the 90s, and I haven't seen it again since. And of course, that was also during a time where the sun was actually very, very bad. Thanks for asking, Susan. Another train. Yes, in Greece, right, man? Stephen A. says another collisions with another train in Greece. Yep. Killing many people. Yes, it's very sad. Luckily, it wasn't a chemical accident this time, but very suspicious. And notice, Stephen A., all the people, the trolls, the naysayers that are saying, there's a whole bunch of accidents with trains that are derailing all over the US, hundreds, thousands of times, and nobody talks about them. But now they're talking about it. There was because there's something up with that. You guys ever hear of Dr. Stephen Greer? There's videos on YouTube. No, who is this Greer person? Yes, we have, Joe. Absolutely. A lot of people here, pretty much everybody knows, I think, Stephen Greer. Pretty sure. Another interesting fella, eh, Joe? Yep, absolutely, Brenda DeBowie in Greece. Thanks, Jill. You rock. I always assume the original Tic Tacs, says Scratch, were Earth built and the Navy used as credible, unsuspecting witnesses. Listen, it could absolutely be, Scratch. All these abductions of human beings over the years could absolutely be the government taking them away to work on secret projects or whatnot. Who knows? It's even scarier than imagining that could be an outside source, an alien source. Geez, I didn't even touch half of what we're supposed to talk about, eh? What else? Yeah, again, there's an investigation into those 3 videos. The Gimbal, the flir one, and the fast moving. There's an investigation into it. And I'm looking for what else. 3 videos because it was leaked. Okay. Yeah, it's a Japanese I wanted to listen to. Go read. So that Sentient Brain, I think I touched everything. I want to check out. First, I'll scroll down. I'm telling you guys, it's hell trying to reach all the comments. I always try. Awesome, bro. I will send you an email just the same, April 6th, 20h. Merci, man, parce que mon astic de email, j'ai de la misère avec, and I'm writing it down in my black book. Why Trudeau is a great leader. You should read the story, guys. Let me give you a little ideal of what's in the book. It's all the good things that Trudeau did. He did fuck all. C'est noté, Jeff Benoit. Puis je vais te donner, comme je te dis, je te le confirme, pour le 6 avril. Jeff Benoit. April 6th. Vitar, perfect. 20h. 2,000 hours. Yes, sir, Jeff. C'est noté. So you guys will be able to watch an interview in French, but he's also English, so Jeff Benoit, with my friend. Margaret knows him, I think. Right on, Jeff Benoit. Merci, mon frère. Fait qu'on se voit pour le 6, sans faute, je vais être là, man. Il y a beaucoup de témoins, là. Fait que c'est from a no-show. Tu payes cher, je te laisserai pas tomber, man. Merci en même temps pour la demande. Oops, got your name wrong, lol. I'm a bit stoned. Please forgive me. Grip. Hey, that's all good. 420. Yeah, I'm even funnier when the 420s come in. Anybody seeing a bunch of UFO locally? Busy skies here, and the moon is shaped like a rollade. Weirdness. I can't wait to see that moon. I honestly can't wait to see that moon. You know when the last time I filmed the moon, guys? I filmed it when I showed you all that the friggin' surface of the moon was green. I could see it green from here. And then the next day I filmed it and it was no longer green. And now they're talking about all the difference of light. Like me, I've been talking about for years, actually, about the neutron stars that hit a couple of years back and that there was a big explosion. Maybe Betelgeuse in 2019 when it exploded, it caused all this light in space to come towards Earth. And now with the radiation from the sun, I think that's why the nights are brighter. The radiation from the sun must be causing a whole bunch of lights around Earth. As a matter of fact, Yeah, I'm telling you, I see here, Susan. Ravella. I'm so lucky to be able to get that many UFOs in the sky, like right over my house, and there are a whole bunch of them that appear at the same time. If you guys haven't seen the infrared UFO videos, they're packed with a whole bunch of different characteristics that they're doing these UFOs in the sky as I am capturing them. Right on, Suzanne. Jeff Benuel lives. You guys can check him out too, please. No, he's a good guy. That's 100% for sure. So I will be doing an interview and meeting. We'll be talking about a whole bunch of things, and we'll see on Jeff Benuel for. I got to go back and look. The 6th of March. Van Tower, be there or be square. Use the force. Bruce will. Yes, I will. I will. Luke, I'm your biological father. Strike should start to reduce. Thank Texas for it. Thank you, Texas. I hope some sort of hybrids seem to be here. I've seen them. They have a pale complexion, sorry, like the apothic robots. Robots have no expression at all, fakish and creepy. I've seen a lot of people like that. No expression people that actually freak me out, those people. Beverly Braley, thanks for coming back, you guys. Yay, caught alive. Big hug, Bruce. Right on, Beverly. Thanks a lot. Hug, sister. Nato McNato, hello. I'm tired of shoveling. I hear you on it. I was very lucky. My neighbor came over and blew. That sounds bad. Blew my driveway. Anyways, lucky driveway. But anyway, so no, it blew the snow out of my driveway. So it's like I was like, the hell, must be the end of the world. He waited till the end of the world to start doing that. I was very happy because the snow was pretty heavy and bad. But that's the only exercise I get in. So in reality, I'll put on a few more pounds. They're absolutely monitoring us through your cell phones, through some of the people that now have nanoparticles inside of them. Cuckoo, watching you. Take him to make him look like he's a liar. That's such BS. We all know what he did at the Pentagon. He's a stand up guy, I think. They won't ever admit to UFO or extraterrestrials being on Earth. Most likely, Lisa Smith. That's right. We'll see. But the problem is, if they get caught with something, they're going to have to divulge certain information because of the Freedom of Information Act, even though they can, they can outdo anything, basically. Not so good, Grip. I've been in the right kind of mood for a drink that happens about every 3 years, but I have a puff whenever I can. They ain't doing me any grief, really. Right on, man. Yeah, some people are careful. Some people drink and some people smoke, but they limit themselves. They say, oh, I'm not going to try not to drink this weekend, or, I'm not going to do this, or like I'm going to come on and do a live stream and not be drunk, to encourage yourself. The more you challenge yourself like that, the better it is. Makes you feel good. Try to quit smoking. Oh, I wasn't able to quit. I smoked again. But it doesn't matter if you keep quitting or trying, depending on where you're at. And it has to really come from each person inside, because it's not anyone else that's going to make someone that smokes stop. As a matter of fact, they're going to smoke more the more you tell them to stop smoking. So, Libby Town, listening from Portland, Maine. Thank you very much, you guys. Portland, Maine. I appreciate that. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, we got plenty of streams going here now, guys. We got Monday streams, we got Wednesday streams, Friday streams, and Saturday on the French channel. You guys can check it out. Come and see me on the French channel. Double-edged sword, 171 likes, I guess. We'll take it. That's very good. And of course, still 127 watching. They're amazing how they can do that and stop it there. I've only been doing that about the last week. Yeah, there's so I guess like me, a lot of you notice that there's different jumps. I used to get Scratch some good weeks where more people were attracted to the channel, where I got some more subscribers. It's just that makes me laugh. I mean, I'm overwhelmed by the amazing support you all give this channel. You guys are the niche here. It literally is. We are the channel. But it'd be nice that some new people would come and join in the community, and it doesn't happen that often. It really doesn't happen that often. And of course, I showed some stuff on the moon. Obviously, they started hiding me. But aside from that, just the subject of UFOs, they might want to hide me for that. But then I'd say no, because other UFO channels usually get really good views. Really good views. You'll see Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic 003. He's going to go right up over me. He's doing good there. He's getting up there. With what are we at now? 96.9 subscribers. Hey, take the time to subscribe. Help me get to 97,000. It's all because of you guys that the channel is growing. I really appreciate the amazing support. It's a beautiful milestone to have gotten to 97,000. And there's only going to be more and more stuff that I'm going to be showing here. Did you break it, or are you broken, Scratch? 174 likes. We'll take it. Brenda DeBowie. When they go to Venus, they'll find completely inhabited by women. Hey, Tricardo. What was it that I mentioned the other day? Something in relationship to that where but I was talking about the moon. Imagine it was just a whole bunch of blondes on the moon. No blonde jokes, please. Landing on the moon. It could be, we would, I also had crazy vision or dream the other night. Must have been a dream where I guess because of those stupid 50-minute cities they want to build. In my dream, they separated Earth with the men and the women. The only area that the men and the women could communicate was on the top of that building through a glass and through communication and internet. There was actually no interaction. And in my dream, it was pretty crazy. In my dream, everything from drinking to the sex was all done through machines that go on your body to please your parts and whatever. It was just this completely matrix world that everything they were hiding from us is now all out in the open, and we're using all these, technologies and things. It's going to be coming more and more that the technology, I have confidence in what's going on. I'm telling you, 2026 is going to be very peaceful if and when we make it there. That's for sure. Thank you, Darla. You guys want to send me something, a letter, hate mail, a pair of socks, one of your favorite socks. You want to say, hey, these are my favorite socks. Wanted to show you spaceship parts, anything you want. You can always send me a hello through the mail. And obviously it's there for any leaked information that somebody in the military, which I don't say enough. That was the first reason why I put that up there. You're in the military. You have maybe something that's secret that you want to anonymously send to me to have possibly leaked out on the channel. I'm very open to that too. I'd love to get some people that work in the military, that maybe some pilots, to be able to ask them some questions. I'm just dreaming here, but it would be so interesting hearing what some recent pilots have to say about some of the UFO sightings out there. So, hey, thanks, Scratch. My silver globe. It's a nice silver globe. It has a light in it, but when I turn on the light, you can't see the globe. I've had it there for a while. That little things that inspired me, the eagle and the globe, that inspired me, in the skull. Those three things of research are something very significant to me that made me want to start my research. The truth is just, hey, do you have any idea how many times I maybe not cried like a baby, but that I got really emotional when I found certain things? When I found out, I'd have to find those videos of me totally with the red cheeks, flipping out because I saw stuff on the moon. Guys, I'm serious. The shit's moving this way. I saw smoke, guys. I saw vegetation. That lasted about 3 to 4 days. And then after that, I started bringing down the mojo, bringing down the hype, and it's just, that's the surface of the moon. As you can see here, UFOs are lifting up off of the moon and they're leaving the moon. It's like at the beginning, I had a hard time containing myself, talking about that. And I was expecting the whole world to jump on it. So I knew a bit about the ideal of the Matrix, but it's real. And when I saw that nobody comes to the channel, when I say nobody, not my amazing people, but you know what I mean? Nobody in general, new people come to the channel, is because there really is a matrix. There really is a control, DARPA, they're doing a whole bunch of crazy projects, you guys. DARPA's doing projects. I'm telling you, some no good projects. The time warp. Is that when we made the stones blow up? We were talking about the distribution of energy here. Ask yourself why they block the sky in specific areas when they do. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Absolutely. Of course. And not sure if you were familiar, Susan and Rocky, about the Bill Gates wanting to block out the sun, eh? They were supposedly a use of space bubbles, which are actually drones or robots that fly to an area, and this is a fact, I think it's already out there, between the sun and Earth to block out light and sun rays from coming to the Earth to change the temperature. Proof and confirmed. You have China, HARP working in the ionosphere to heat up the atmosphere. I never understood that. Why heat up the atmosphere if there's a problem about the Earth being hot about 1 degree or 1.5 degrees? Isn't it because they're heating up the friggin' atmosphere that it's doing that? They block out the sun for a long time, or like even if there's volcanoes that erupt, like Yellowstone, it's about to erupt also. Hundreds, if not thousands, of recent earthquakes at Yellowstone that went from 2s to now 3s and 4s there. But when they erupt, it's going to black out. This black cloud is going to go around the Earth for many months. That's going to plunge us into a mini ice age or an ice age where the temperatures are going to plunge all around the globe. And of course, we saw what happened with the sun and the difference in temperatures. Why are the temperatures so screwed up? Don't you find it retarded? The fact that they said it's the Great Reset and then all hell broke loose? The Great Reset, ISIS terrorists and everything. Then all the countries are the migration. Like, what happened with that? How come every country, all of a sudden you see them, Africans, they're on a sail, friggin' big pirate ship. They're coming to Florida. You see the ones from Haiti that landed on the beach of Florida? Hundreds of them. There were 60 or 70 of them that were there on the beach. It's not in the news. It's absolutely not in the news. I mean, the world is in turmoil. It's crazy what's going on in the world. Who knows what's going to happen? Hey, listen, I think it's 2 keys on the keyboard that doesn't work. And there's one that I burnt a hole through it. And there's one I dropped water, and that one at the end, the enter doesn't work. So Alexis Williams, thank you very much. I love you guys. Honestly, I love you with my heart and soul, with all my heart and soul, because I do this full time. For me, it was very emotional for me. I did this partly for my grandmother too, that used to go to church and gave a lot of money to the church. I was never one to want to insult religious people, but it's very touchy, the subject, trying to explain to religious people that partly they've been lied to. And me, what I want them to do is not stop being religious. I want them to integrate this alien truth or whatever truth into their own belief systems, right? I don't want people to abolish their religion. I have some very, very proud religious people that have confidence in their God that have come here and said, Bruce, I love your videos, and not in any way do I feel abducted or do I feel harassed because you're talking about aliens on the moon or in theories or not. I told them, I said, listen, God created everything in this universe, you told me? Yeah. Well, if there are aliens out there, God created them, right? He says, right. It's that simple. They don't feel offended. Some people can get maybe a little bit offended because, but in reality, it's not that God doesn't exist. What if they tell you that God is an alien? What really is it going to change? Would you stop loving the God because he's an alien? It already says in your Bibles, in all Bibles, from James, I was going to say James Webb Bible, we're mixed up with space, the King James Bible to the Jerusalem Bible to any Bible, New or Old Testaments, there's already a part of that that's mentioned in the Bible. Not to linger too much in the Bible. I use the Bible as a tool to read because it's interesting with some of the things that are occurring on earth right now. They say that the book of Revelations talks about the end times. Those of you that don't have Bibles or that don't have time to read it, go on YouTube and just let the book of Revelation play. It's about an hour and 25 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes, and you will hear it read out. Someone will read it, and you'll see all the coincidences of some of the things that are actually happening right now. It's really scary. So they spray over. Yeah. Why are they spraying, eh? It could be to block out parts of the sun, or it could be to hide the military bases from the UFOs. It could be a whole bunch of things. Cloud seeding does exist, right? Geoengineering does exist. It's started in 1947, New York. So the States, Canada, and only a few other countries like the UK and Spain joined this program, and they were going to spray because New York at the time had limited precipitation. There was not enough precipitation. Things were drying out in 47, so they decided to start some geoengineering, right? And then they came out with a patent from 47 to 51 or 53, a patent where they could manipulate the weather. They were actually dropping dry ice inside of a hurricane, and they were able to change its direction and the intensity of its strength. So how do you think the wars are being done now and are going to be done in the future? It's that we're always going to see a frequency war. It's always going to be done in the sky through manipulation of weather and whatnot. Um, and being careful talking about that. But again, all those agents that had their minds fried by a satellite, right? Direct energy weapon satellite that affected some people and caused them to have concussion like symptoms. And one person had ringing ears. And I remember one of the agents talking, saying that everyone in the room at one point started hearing this whistling, winding frequency. And that was the beginning of the pulse. Could be, whatever. Anyways, you got to be careful talking about that because it's so fresh right now. There's a lot of people that are getting arrested or going to be arrested and stuff like that, but they're not talking about it necessarily. Not everybody knows, when it's going to happen. I really want to thank everyone for stopping by these streams. I mean, I love you so much for it. You guys make this channel grow and more people come at the streams. It's fun. Not enough new people. We're still 129. Locked. Like we're in space. We're like we're in a black hole streaming or something. Sky ships. Yep. Little scout crafts coming out of the motherships. Thanks again, Alexis. How many of you now go to the drive-up pharmacy and touch money, pen, clipboard, grapes, and eat the grapes? Oh, everyone disappeared here. They're back. The silenced Nerf gun. Don't want to get Bruce in trouble. When you are shot, you get a lethal harp attack. I don't know if it is real though. No, I hear you, Creepin' Jay. I do the same, man. Yeah, you're all good guys. We bring out little topics like that. I know we're all careful. It's like we can hardly ever say anything, but I'm just gonna say I heard of that. I absolutely heard of that, Creepin' Jay. Very, very scary. Russell Brand loved and pinned one of my comments last year. I nearly died. Are you freaking serious? I had to delete it. Are you serious? I didn't want everyone seeing what I typed. Oops. Yeah, well, I'd love to be able to get on with Russell, but I know that he's going to do that thing that he does. You know, when he does an interview with somebody, he says, "So let's talk about," and he starts talking to some guy, and he starts listening to him, and he goes like this. Flips me out when he does that. And I swear his head nodding, nods for a long time. I'm not putting him down. I love Russell Brand. Talks a lot about the government. And for some reason, he's able to on his channel. I talk about the government, but we can't. But YouTube is like that. He makes a lot of money with revenue. He goes, "Hello, you 6.2 million wonderful people." And then the next stream, it's, "Hello, you 6.3 million wonderful people." YouTube's like, ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. It's normal, right? Maybe, and I don't know if you're like me, I tend to think who's good, who's not, who's infiltrated. It's like a game of Clue, eh? Those of you following me since a long time, I've been saying it since the beginning of time. Playing, having a channel or trying to find out truth is like playing a game of Clue and trying to find out if it was Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick. You never know. I was wrong. It wasn't the candlestick. It was a bloody knife or the pipe. You know, you'll never know what it is. And for you young people that don't know what the game of Clue is, I'm sorry. I have to check it out. Hey, Louis. Merci, mon frère. Thank you so much, Louis. Can you confirm if the planets Jupiter and Venus that are close in the sky? J'ai entendu, I heard Leo, the Decodar talk about it in his last live stream this evening. I looked at it, and could it be that they are close? Oui, Louis Pépin. Présentement, exactement, très là, dans l'ouest, très bas dans le ciel, tu vas voir Jupiter et Vénus, puis ils vont être tellement près ensemble là, qu'on dirait qu'ils vont s'embrasser. Ils vont être carrément une à côté de l'autre. Puis si je ne me trompe pas, tu devrais avoir la Lune direct à côté. Ça, c'est exactement ce soir que tu vas voir ça. Puis on va les voir pour un petit bout, être ensemble. Oui, Louis Pépin, je te le confirme absolument. C'est Jupiter et Vénus. Depuis les dernières journées qu'on les voit séparés dans le ciel, tu t'en vois un à peu près comme ça. Puis là, qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire? S'ils vont se rapprocher. Chaque horizon qu'ils vont s'élever à chaque soir, ils vont être de plus en plus. Puis là, présentement, ils sont à peu près comme ça. Fait que tu vas les voir vraiment scintiller ou scintiller ensemble. Merci, Louis Pépin. Thanks, man. Hey, all these comments here. I love it, guys. Thank you so much. Can hardly wait to see the fiasco when they start hacking all the electric cars rolling on the freeway at 70 miles an hour. Hey, double-edged sword. Can you imagine what the hell is going to happen? You're absolutely right about that. On top of it, hey, it's costing people more to energize their bloody cars, and it's costing people to fuel up their cars at $7, $8. I don't know how many liters now, but you're right about that, man. When EMP attack, an electromagnetic pulse attack, whether it be China, Russia, or the sun, electromagnetic pulse attack, they can affect all devices. There's different attacks, low frequency, high frequency. Sometimes it can attack the wires and the transformers, but sometimes it can attack absolutely everything. Louis Pépin, merci beaucoup, mon frère, vraiment beaucoup. And when the blackout occurs also, the cars, what if they surcharge, catch on fire, blow up? I mean, it's scary shit. I'm telling you. Trudeau and Satan. God, I hate that guy, Trudeau. I keep imagining me with cowboy boots, kicking him under the chin. Sorry, I can't stand that guy. He destroyed Canada. I have to make a video for you guys and show you how Canadians treat Trudeau. You would flip out. Now, people go up to his 1825 bodyguards, and the Canadians, grab their coats to the bodyguards. They lean over the bodyguards. They try to spit on Trudeau and call him a piece of shit. You guys should see this. This is every time he goes out now. Every time he goes out, everyone, we don't love you. We hate you and we despise you, So his kids are so proud of him. The horrible things he's doing. Yes. I used to sing that so many times. Used to be on the school bus when that was playing on. Shout, shout. It's a good song. It does. No Taz knows. Follow my nose. It always knows. I feel so stupid tonight. Yeah, I listened to a Shout video. It's been ages I haven't heard the song. And you guys can check out Elizondo because he sings it. And at the same time, you can check out my music channel. I have Bruce's, what is it called? Bruce's Music, I think. Haven't been here in a while. Have hundreds of videos I put up. I put them all up in 2022. And I started playing videos of songs that I love that I've never played before. And I do first attempts at playing by ear because I play by ear. And there's a lot of stuff I also write. If you're curious as to what type of music I play with my guitar, the harmonica, piano, I have made many videos. Piano is more of a therapeutic thing for me. It's sort of like a night pill. I'm telling you, the piano has always soothed me. And I love playing the piano. But you can check out the music channel. Really want to thank everyone for stopping by the channel, for enduring me 2 long hours. But it was interesting. Lots of stuff that hang on before here. I should have gone, and there were just so many people here. Sometimes I go and I read the news, but sometimes there's so many people here. I stick around, and I just like interacting with you all. I love you guys a lot. I really appreciate all this incredible support to the channel. Just check this out before I leave here. Am I going to see it? It's taking long for it to open, of course. Dun, dun, dun. Also, I wanted to talk to you about DART that diverted the asteroid. So it turns out, maybe I did mention it, it turns out that the redirection test was a success. They were able to divert an asteroid. So they're actually going to be trying to prevent the asteroids that are coming to hit Earth. They're going to send probes out or whatnot, nuclear bombs, who knows, to nuke these mamas to be able to divert from hitting Earth. So to give you an idea of what type of friggin' projects that they're going to be doing, you can be sure that's what they're going to be doing. The Space Force, a lot's going on with the Space Force. With Luis Elizondo was also involved with them too, when you think of it. Goldilocks zone, everything you need to know about the habitable sweet spots. They're finding a lot of exoplanets, up to over 6,000 exoplanets that are candidates for being exoplanets. And they've confirmed that over 3,033 of them are actually exoplanets that are in the habitable zone, the Goldilocks zone. So that's that means it's a celestial object just in the right distance from its star to be able to hold life on it. They're finding organic rich vegetation. Well, I call it vegetation. Organic rich material, let's call it, on the asteroids that are whizzing by from interstellar space. So vegetation goes a lot further out than we think. The moon is in Earth's orbit, where the atmosphere is. So in Earth's atmosphere, yeah, literally. And not Earth's orbit. It's an Earth's atmosphere. So the geocorona of Earth explains to us how far the oxygen goes up into the atmosphere and space and whatnot, because the oxygen around Earth goes far into space. It goes far past our moon. So the moon is in the oxygen zone. So could there be vegetation on the moon? Absolutely, there could be vegetation on the moon. And again, Venus and Jupiter get so close tonight, they'll be like kissing themselves in the sky. In the west, auroras that people are looking for. And I'm looking for something and I'm not finding it. But I'm going to take my time and try to find it. Maybe it's on here. One sec. Sorry, guys, to make you wait, because I wanted to give you a bit of a heads up on the moon landing that is going to occur in 2 months, apparently. I don't know if I'm losing it here, or this has been happening to me a couple of times, that I find a post, then I click on it, and then I can't find it. So hang on here. Have to admit, it's pissing me off just a little bit. This is important for me to read to you, especially since I put it in the title. Now I'm getting mad enough to have a little bit of heat appearing under my collar. I don't get mad. Why get mad? I got so mad some of my exes a long time ago. I'll never get mad again. I'm all matted out. Space.com, maybe it's there. Take a quick look here. There's some great information. Does the moon have its own time zone? That's what I was reading before when Margaret had mentioned to us about that. I'm literally losing it here. Okay. Well, I just wanted to end the stream in a very weird fashion so that people would maybe regret stopping by. I don't know what the hell's going on here. So why would they have taken that down? Yeah, it's been taken down, guys. The Japanese landing has been taken down. There we go. I got it. Really sorry about that. I wanted to read this to you before getting off. So first ispace mission on track for April lunar landing. So we can be excited about that, and we can do some researching, you and I, all of us, to see where they're going to land. So they are landing in Atlas Crater beside Mare Frigoris. So Broomfield, Colorado, whatever. Japanese lunar lander developer ispace said on February 27th, a couple of days ago, that its first mission remains on track to attempt a landing in 2 months, but it could be at the end of March also, because they like changing dates sometimes. In 2 months, as it makes progress on its next 2 missions. The company's Hakuto R Mission 1 spacecraft launched on a Falcon 9 December 11th, like I told you at the beginning of the stream. The launch placed the spaceship on a low energy trajectory that took the spacecraft nearly 1.4 million kilometers from Earth by January 20th before swinging back, and it is currently about 900,000 kilometers away. Okay. In a media briefing, iSpace executives said the Mission 1 lander is in good condition ahead of plans to enter orbit around the moon in the latter half, they call it, they made a mistake there, I think, of March, and attempting a landing in the Atlas crater. And the Atlas crater is located on the edge, as I said, of Mare Frigoris. And this is it's in the northeastern quadrant of the near side of the moon. They say, whether it's not gonna help you find it, but it's still the northeastern quadrant of the near side of the moon. Around now they're saying, okay, oh well, the end of April. Our first flight to the moon is going very well, said Ryu Ujiji, Chief Technology Officer of iSpace. Never heard of iSpace, but we'll hear about it now. That included completing the first 5 of 10 mission milestones from launch to stable operations in deep space. Not good. They're doing a whole bunch of stuff. That's like China with Yangon or whatever, the space station. They're adding more to the space station. You see that it's a competition again with America, Russia, and China to see who is the most advanced and evolved. Canada has a lot to do with America, by the way, and even China now, unfortunately. That's another thing we're not allowed talking about. But in the news here, remember what happened with Biden and Trump during the well, the same thing happened here with Trudeau and Chinese interference. And I can't even say anything else but that, but it's in the news and they're talking about it more and more. A lot of people are saying that Trudeau is on the verge of resigning. That would be too good to be true. We've been operating our lander, they say, Japan, as well as expected so far, without any critical issues, said Takeshi Haramata, founder of chief executive of ispace. It does not mean that there have been no challenges. Controllers have dealt with several minor problems with the spacecraft. Yurigi explained, I'll never get his name, that included spacecraft temperatures higher than expected, although still within acceptable ranges, as well as what the company called an unexpected communication instability. If we're having problems here with communications on Earth because of the radiation from the sun, I imagine the closer we get to the sun, the more each of the planets would have problems with radio emissions. Type 2 radio emissions are coming from the sun. Type 4 radio emissions are coming from the sun. But the type 2 radio emissions from the sun are something rare that don't usually occur. And I think they're investigating a lot about that, exactly why that's happening. One onboard computer has rebooted multiple times, but that has not affected spacecraft operations because of redundant systems. We have experienced several anomalies, always interesting, but we have already solved those issues, he said. Flight controllers have also learned about how to manage the spacecraft. I've been very pleased working with the team and how they operated under pressure, he said. Under pressure. We are gaining extremely valuable experience and learning a significant amount about ourselves and our lander. The Mission 1 lander is scheduled to perform a lunar orbital insertion maneuver in late March, followed by a landing by the end of April. So that's where I wanted to get to. They are, and even a different propulsion type system. Even the 3D printed rocket, I'm shooting all over here now, it has a different new type of propulsion gas, clean gas or something like that. There's a lot of different propulsion tests and experimentation that the Pentagon, Defense Department themselves were doing. Space Force, you can be sure all the secret programs that are going on, they just got caught and recently leaked out in the black vault. So the Mission 1 lander is scheduled to perform a lunar orbital insertion maneuver. That means it's still in motion since December 11th. So they're going to come sideways. Okay. Let me tell you what's going on real quick before I get off here. They don't know how to land on the moon. They have to design spacesuits that will be effective. So they had to launch on Artemis 1 some dummies, not the first time they launched dummies into space. They launched some dummies on Artemis 1 with sensors on them to test the seats, the vibration, to test the suits that they have on, because they're trying to design suits for the astronauts to go to the moon. They launched a whole bunch of probes in cislunar orbit to, maybe not a whole bunch, maybe one or two, to analyze the atmosphere, the hydrogen, oxygen, whatever's in the atmosphere of the moon. Why did they not do that before going when they went supposedly with Apollo 11? They know nothing about the moon. They told us that when the people from the moon came back, the people that were in charge of the projects got rid and destroyed the way that they went to the moon. I don't believe that. I call bullshit on that. But that's what they're saying. So it's really interesting. While Mission 1 is ongoing right now from Japan, iSpace is working on 2 future missions. The Mission 2 lander is scheduled for launch in 2024, will carry a set of customer payloads as well as a micro rover that ispace developed. That rover will collect oh God, seriously, will collect a regolith sample. So sick of that. That will be transferred to NASA under a 2020 contract awarded to ispace European subsidiary. Okay. A structural thermal model of Mission 2 lander is being assembled at a Japan Airlines facility in Narita International Airport in Japan. That will be followed by the construction of portions of the flight module in Germany starting in April. So they're going to the moon, going back to the moon by the latest at the end of April. But good news, guys, we will be seeing a spacecraft being launched from a rocket and dropped off, going around the moon in orbit. They'll be going around several times around those dates. It'll be April. The sky should be a lot nicer. We're going to film that, film the moon, and we're going to film anything going by and maybe catch a spacecraft. Now, listen, it wouldn't be very big. We probably wouldn't see the spacecraft, but we'd be able to see the exertion around it, of the energy coming out the back of it or whatnot. We probably maybe could see it. I don't know, but I would still take the chance in doing so. Kaylee, I'll stop calling you Kale. Kaylee Gervin, thank you so much. This is from all with your subbies. Wow, guys, with love you're talking about. Love of you're talking about. Thank you so much, Aliens and the Moon. Kaylee Gervin, thank you so much, my friends. I really appreciate that. The generous contributions. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening in. Thanks for appreciating the streams, you guys. Well, come on. The only reason people are just now seeing the sun and the moon in the sky is because Earth is pretzel shaped. And you dare say, oh, come on? No, there's a term for that. It happens once or twice a year when the moon is just at the right angle and Earth is in a different axis. We can see them both together. There's a term for it. But of course, it could be what you're saying because the Earth is pretzel shaped. But I don't know about that one. I don't think it's flat or round. I'll tell you that. That's also the reason with the moon's face seems to rotate anti-clockwise over the course of a year. Also cancels out the flat earth theory, in my opinion. Thanks for sharing that, Scratch. Kaylee, thanks again, eh? Getting that bad in the UK, they are searching migrant boats for tomatoes now. I know, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. And it's very dangerous, guys. I mean, it's not racist not wanting migrant boats to come in. We want those boats not to come in. We want people to go to the border and be transported to the border and give out their papers so we can see that they're not cartel members or they're not trafficking freaking fentanyl into the country, which is a horrible, horrible thing that's going on right now. Thank you, Biden, for destroying parts of America continually. Unfortunately. But don't worry, guys, they're all coming to Canada. You know that? Immigrants are coming into the States and they're all coming down to Canada. Roxham border crossing. There's no border. There's a sign that says Quebec, the States. So they're just coming right across. Come on in, guys. Come on down. Toxic Borg. That not the first time I'm doing this damn error. I'm looking like a junkie who needs a shot. No joke. But I feel better since I'm here. Thanks, Darla, for the good vibes. Thanks. Toxic Borg, we love having you, man. I've had 8 days of feeling like I'm not sick. I don't know what's going on, but I'll take it. Absolutely. When the good days start coming by and we start feeling good. Ladies and gents, I really want to thank you all. 2.5 hours we streamed. It was absolutely friggin' awesome. It's Wednesday. In only 2 days, we'll be streaming again. I'll be getting another video up for you guys tomorrow, if everything goes well. I got to get the Friends channel going too. My friends on the Friends channel. Really? Yeah, he screams one hell of a shot. AC/DC, my favorite band, man. Paul C.G. Burrows, interesting times. It really is. I know I missed a whole bunch of people here, man. Jay Henry, atmosphere has much more humidity in it. From Hunga Tonga eruption, thank you very much. Last year, it's now working its way to northern hemisphere. Lots of shit going on, Jay Henry. Working its way to the northern hemisphere would explain why the polar vortex less than a week ago, broke up and distributed its coldness over the States and over Canada. So for the month of March, we are borderline in the freezing cold Jack Frost weather. And New York, upstate New York, I think you'll be lucky. You'll be just like literally upstate New York. We'll be seeing snow on this side. These guys are going to be in warmer weather, but it's a drastic change. As a matter of fact, Jay Henry, I am Kai. I'm not gonna shut up about that. And I saw it. He sent me a video where I see a ballistic missile, hitting the Hunga Tonga area right in the ocean. And the minute it plunges into the ocean, there's an explosion. But you know, when they brought up that they wanted to nuke volcanoes, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but they were talking about it when La Palma, the Canary Islands, when the eruption, you guys must have seen a part of it. It melted the bloody mountain, right? The mountain literally melted. The magma accumulated inside. That's what's happening at Yellowstone. The tectonic plates, okay, have to go over heated areas. And it's the magma. And when they go over heated areas, the ground lifts and it goes down. The past few years, the ground has been going down so much that they say that Yellowstone is about to erupt. You have the government, you have CERN and HARP. They're all going to be looking into trying to find a way probably to stop it. And it could be our demise. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with it, but it's scary stuff. So I was right then. Thank you so much, Jason, and I appreciate that. So it is Kale. Right on, Kale. Kale Gervin, I appreciate that, my friend. From Jason, right? So it's not Kaylee. I get it. Thank you very much. I totally get it. Thanks, brother. A lot, man. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. Bang, boom, pipe upside the head, Bill Gates. Yeah, I'm telling you. I said the other day, my mom got a good laugh. I said, I'd see him on the ground and I want to jump up and like with my boots, just boom, right in the temples. These sacks of horrible people doing stuff to the world. It's just absolutely horrible. Then they come up with a genius plan of having us shut up and not talk about anything. Hey, you guys, Kale, everyone, thank you so much for the generous contributions, for taking the time to stop by the channel. That must be like how birds see the phase shift in magnetism. Birds, they see way ahead of us and they feel way ahead of us. Cryptochromes in the eyes, we all have them apparently. I'm starting to hear about that, man. But birds have the ability to use them properly. Interesting, eh? Incredible how they can be so advanced. How us, the advanced race over all the animals on this planet, but the humans don't have the intuition like the animals do. Like when the cats or dogs know that there's going to be an earthquake minutes before it happens. But the dumbing down of the humans and the Depop or whatever, 5G, whatever it may be, humans are not getting smarter. And if you actually take the time to do research, don't know why the hell I did that, but I'm happy I did. Research in the sperm counts and people that are born from year to year. The sperm count is down millions of sperms per person. Okay. So that means, we'll be making dumb kids in the near future. I've already seen some now. There could be a chance that we're not getting smarter, as they say. See drive through, touch money, bank, etc., and eat grapes all through the process. Well, I don't know what a drive-through pharmacy is, and I don't know what a touch money pens is, and I didn't know pharmacies had grapes. So nobody answered you, eh? Love you, Julie. Thanks again, everybody. Rusty Peace is here. Dolly Parton still runs the NSA. I wouldn't be surprised. Just like Elvis Presley ran the undergrounds when he faked his death. Yeah, I'm always back. And I deliberately do it. I can't come to scroll over people. I'm still doing it though. You should see how. Do you know how many messages we got and that we get every stream? 1,800 to 1,900 chat messages. Imagine that. Craziness. That's very nice, that message. All from the subbies. Love of you're talking about aliens and the moon. And more to come, my friend. Kale, I appreciate that, bro. Colton. He is a strange guy, man. I read the body language. There's something up about that, the body language, right? Toxic Borg, Lac Saint Jean, blue sky in the dark and full cloud. The night, long time. I don't see it. It was the last time I see it. It's been a long time, Toxic Borg. I'm telling you, same here, but I haven't seen it. Thank you so much, Darla. Appreciate you guys. Janine, je te remercie beaucoup, puis je vais en faire le pub sur la chaîne Avenir Québec Astronomie en même temps pour que nous soyons sûrs d'avoir au moins une centaine de personnes. C'est plate parce que, tu sais, il fait un live, Jeff, puis le sujet, c'est intéressant, puis pas juste ça. Jeff, c'est quelqu'un qui il connaît beaucoup sur le pilotage, puis en tout cas, il est dans la politique. C'est un gars intelligent qui peut faire des bons streams intéressants, mais plus, selon moi, qu'il va y avoir des personnes comme ça, moins qu'il va y avoir des personnes qui vont être envoyées à ces chaînes-là. C'est comme YouTube, ils veulent que ce monde-là s'arrange eux autres mêmes, car c'est comme des vrais... Mais il y a des bons sujets. J'espère que vous allez être là, certains. Puis je vais en faire le pub le 6 à 20 mars à 20h. On va y être. Thanks again, Darla. And everyone. I don't mean to keep you on so long. 7:30. We did a good stream, guys. Cancers in young youth. Absolutely. I missed the processed. Boy, I eat a lot of processed shit. Boy, did I ever. Yeah, it's, I saw a YouTuber, 23 years old, testicular cancer. You're seeing it more and more. I heard of the very young teenager that has dementia now. This scary stuff. I'm praying for everybody because I know that evil that's running the world right now is not going to be able to do it for a long time. But they do it for money. They do it for billions of dollars. And they do as much harm as they can because there's a coup. There was a takeover. Pharmaceuticals took over, It's a war against medicine and pharmacy, medicine and all that. The military higher-ups, crooked people inside of the CIA. We heard of the story with Kennedy, the president, that was leaked on the blackvault.com. There's lots of information about what happened with Kennedy also. Ladies and gents, I thank you incredibly. Maria, hello. And everybody that came here that I didn't talk to, so very sorry. Bushfires in Australia too now. Smoke blocks out the shorter blue wavelength. You know about the wavelength of light causing the longer red to dominate. Absolutely. Good researching. Known as a bushfire moon. Absolutely good research, my brother. There's lots of stuff to learn. There's still lots that I have to learn. And I try to study so much in astronomy and ufology and all these subjects. I learn a lot with you all too at the same time. Thank you so much for the generous contributions. If you're here, it's beautiful contributions, for the likes, for listening in. We're down to 99 watching now because I know I'm going to get off and Bruce is getting boring. And I'll see you all on the flip side in the comment section. Next stream is in 2 days, 1 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern on Friday. And I'll give you a roundup again, update on all the news. Thank you very much, everybody, for the generous contributions. I mean it. Kale and all. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you very much. Talk soon.